everybody. Hi. Why is it taking so long? You're so right. Why is it taking so long? God, why doesn't she hurry the fuck up already and just get in here and do the fucking ASMR right? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, hello. Did you miss me? It's only been 2 weeks. Are you telling me you can't wait 2 weeks for me? That's a shame, really. I've waited 2 weeks for you. Anyway, hello, hello, everybody. Look, I didn't keep you waiting. Thank you, Mike, for becoming a secret supporter. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, this is probably best enjoyed with headphones, but just do what you can, right? Anyway, hello. Hello, hello. It's Return of the Pat Pat Mike. Hell yeah. The wait was fine with such a lovely thumbnail. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Listen, there was no wait. Alright? Look, it's 5 minutes, Jesus Christ. You can wait for me, right? Of course you can. You're very patient. Anyway, hello everybody. Listen, it takes a long time to set up for one of these ASMR streams. I'm not gonna lie to you, this shit is ridiculous. There is a ridiculous amount of microphone happening right now. Like, an insane amount. Like, I don't think anyone else has microphoned this hard before. And honestly, I don't think they should. But at the same time, I'm a perfectionist, what can I fucking say? So, like, I need a certain level of, technology to make this sound good, okay? Okay. Anyway, hello everybody. More mics than the Big Brother house? Not quite, but close. Anyway, hello, welcome to tonight's very terrible ASMR stream. The fucking worst. Shall we get up in here? Okay, let's see what my face is doing. Right, ready? Oh fuck, what is my face doing? Oh no, why are these out? Oh no, I was supposed to be all coy and be like, oh no. Wait, what? Huh? What? Oh, sorry. Whoops. My bad. I got too excited and I accidentally spiraled all over the chat. But anyway. Hi. Oops, all spiralized. Yeah. I hope you can hear me okay, by the way. If the mic is too quiet, please let me know. I just don't want to be too loud, like bust your eardrums out, you know? I love that 3D. Thank you. The 3DO is something that I got made a long time ago when I was purple. Like, my entire body was purple, not just my outfit and my hair and, like, you know, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I got it a long time ago and now I'm finally using it after, like, it just being chucked in the cupboard for, like, you know, a million years or so. It feels like a million years, but it's probably not. Anyway, hello. As promised, this is the part 2 to last time's live stream. This is the ASMR portion of that live stream. And today we're going to be answering some questions that some of you had about hypnosis. And then maybe if you're very, very good and you behave... Sorry, that's the Lego that Norma was making. What the fuck, Norma? I'm gonna tell her later, but like, what the fuck were you doing? Magnus Mantis, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. What the fuck? Thank you. Remember, if you get a gifted membership, to say thank you. Oh my goodness, what generosity, damn, what the fuck. You're amazing, thank you. Anyway, I have some questions. I bet you have some questions too. So, I'm gonna try and get through some of these questions from the, what do you call it? The spreadsheet? The Google spreadsheet. Right, I have it here. I can kind of see it. This desk is, I would show you this desk, but honestly, it's a disaster. I blame Norma for all of this, but anyway, yeah, Magnus, such a code. What the fuck? Thank you. The sheet. So if you don't know about the spreadsheet, a few weeks ago now, must have been weeks ago, I asked a bunch of you if you had any questions about hypnosis, and it turns out a lot of you did. Like a few of you did. Now some of these are about hypnosis, And some of these are emails. I'm not going to read the email out, but you know who you are. You absolute disaster who sent me an email. That is not a question. I will not be reading that out. Nor will I be emailing you. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing. No, I'm not gonna email you, because that's not how you get my attention. That's awful. Yeah, a lot of these are about hypnosis. Somebody was they were told specifically not to send emails. They were specifically told to ask a question, and somebody got really, what do you call it? They were thinking with their other brain, you know? Whoa, it's Anonymous fault. The mess is deaf mine. Oh, Dewey. Did you leave all this Lego lying around? Do you want me to step on Lego? What the fuck is wrong with you? Huh? These VTubers, man. These fucking VTubers. Anyway, I had a latent suggestion show up in my head the other day. Oops, I have a clicker counter now. Oh my god. Speaking of clickers, speaking of clickers. Sorry, let me just like really upset some of you. Oh no. Oh, what's this? Huh? What's that? Oh. Oh, you didn't think that I would leave that at home this time. I found it. You're welcome. I'm in danger. You're so in danger. For those of you who know what that is, cool. For those who don't, soon. Box cutter? No, I haven't done the box cutter induction yet. That would be silly. How's your day, Secret? My day's been good, thank you. You know, I've been working really hard on... Actually, I've been working on something kind of silly. I've been working on an what do you call them? A eulogy? An obituary? What the fuck is that? What's the thing when someone dies and then you like make a video and you're like, it's really sad that they died and stuff. I mean, it's all in good fun. I've been making a video, a eulogy. I've been making a video, a eulogy for Paranorma. She asked me very nicely if I would, you know, I would, you know, yeah, if I would, eulogy, if you will, if I would make one for her live stream for her, her outfit funeral. Now, I know it sounds weird, but, you know, we VTubers do weird shit sometimes, I guess. Yeah, so there we go. So I've been doing that, and, you know, I'm just hoping that she pops off so I can ride her coattails into the wind. Anyway. Right, let's answer some questions, shall we? Is this really live or pre-recorded? What do you think? Do you think there'd be this many pauses if this was pre-recorded? No, I'd be scripted. I'd be together. I'd be like... I know my voice sounds unreal, so I get it. I'm just AI. Did you not know this is just the secret subject AI? Obviously, pre-recorded. Obviously, and because it's so pre-recorded, I can absolutely just, you know... Frogget, thank you so much for being a member here. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Also, shout out to anyone at TwitchCon right now. All my friends seem to be either in Japan or at TwitchCon doing fun stuff. Meanwhile, I'm just here in this... What is this? Is this a library? Is this a watch shop? My castle? The castle? I'm just here, vibing. I've been hanging out, having a wonderful time, alone, with my wife and cats. So my life's pretty good. Yeah, Japan's really happening right now. I keep hearing this. I really want to go, but I can't. I've got too many things at home, you know. Also, some kind of online contest. I keep hearing about Beguiled Online. Is that happening right now? Did I miss out? Did I forget? Did I do a whoopsie and forget that Beguiled Online was online? Whoops, my bad. The thing is, right, unless I'm like teaching at a con, I usually forget that it's on. I'm so sorry. This sounds very offensive to the con organizers. I'm sure you do a great job. It's just, unless I'm like at the con or I'm like involved in the con, I tend to just forget the cons exist. Yeah, Yeah, I also miss the deadlines a lot these days. I normally used to put in a class for every single con, but nowadays I just forget I forget when the times are, so I'm just like whoopsies, and then yep. I'm glad you like the pet mic. I see it's quite popular. I'm glad. Anyway, let's crack on with some questions, shall we? So, by the way, hypno peeps. What do I call you these days? Degenerates? Hypno kinky people? We need a better fan name. I felt like degenerates was too rude, but also maybe it's perfect. Maybe it's like the perfect amount of like subjects. Are you your secret subjects? Alright, subjects. You like subjects? Good girls? For free? Absolutely not. Secret of subjects? I'm gonna call you secret subjects. I just love how all of you have jumped onto the subjects. Like, alright, subjects. Ooh, gonna subjectify you to whatever shit this is as I read out these questions in ASMR. Okay, the first question, okay, no, somebody sent me a question that's not a question. Wish to let you own my phone and accounts. How is this possible? No, I can barely run my own account. I can barely run my own accounts, let alone yours. Jesus Christ. What do I look like, your fucking assistant? I don't think so. Go get yourself an assistant or something. What the fuck? Actually, I do need to mention something. I was on Twitter. Yeah, today I was on Twitter, which doesn't happen that often because I hate Twitter with a burning passion. I hate Twitter so much, so much. I was on Twitter. First mistake. Yeah. So I was on Twitter, and basically Twitter is awful, you're right. And somebody was like, somebody was saying to me, one second, there we go. Somebody was saying to me that, like, what was it? Oh, they were like, how do I pay you? And I was like, oh, Patreon, of course. Patreon.com/thesecretsubject, of course. I mean, that's where all good hypnosis is found. If you would like to support, you know, that's fine. You can go support me there. So anyway, then they were like, no. I want you as my my paid sub. And I was like, excuse you? Sub? Me? Submissive? What the fuck? I like messaged them. I was like, excuse me? Do you know who you're talking to right now? Do you understand? Like, do you get the brand? Or do you not get the brand? Oh god, he was trying to fend on you? Yeah, but he was like trying to reverse fend on me. Like, I was gonna be like the like, you know, like he would pay me to submit. Sorry, I am laughing. I'm laughing at him, you're right. Normally I would say I'm not laughing at him. I'm absolutely... Oh, hold on. Sorry, 1 second, everybody. There seems to be some static in here. Hold on 1 sec. Bear with. Let me just quickly... Do you hear that? Do you hear the static, or is it just me? Oh, good god. Thank you, Rainy Lizard. Thank you for introducing me to hypnosis. So happy to see you just doing so, even with YouTube being YouTube. Your vids have helped me a lot. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. You can hear the static. Okay. Hold on. What mic is that? Oh, no, baby. Not the pat mic. Okay, the pat mic has seemed to have gone down. Oh, no. Baby, no. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can rescue it. I know what's happened. I know exactly what's happened. Not the scarf. Yes, the scarf. No. Is this a eulogy for the pat mic? I think it might be. Oh, I'm sorry. Subjects. You're gonna have to... No pat mic. I don't know what happened to it. It just seems to have gone down. It's weird because I could hear this like buzzing sound and I was like, surely it's just my computer being my computer, but no, it's the pat mic. Oh, that bad pat mic. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Oh, that sucks. It's okay. You're just gonna have to like have more of this instead. Okay. Right, anyway. Sorry, I just got distracted talking about this arsehole on Twitter who clearly doesn't read. Media literacy is a thing that has gone down after all. I don't know, when did everybody start doing so many bimbo files? No, I'm serious. When did everyone start doing... I feel like media literacy is not a thing anymore. And I'm assuming that's because of the scourge of bimbo files. And I will accept my part in this because I love it when you're stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love it when you're stupid. It's so hot. But anyway, so like, yeah, I honestly think that it's probably the bimbo audios that I've been making for the last like a long time, and I will accept that part of this is my fault. So I'm really sorry that, you know, I'm sorry that I added to this problem of media literacy because it seems like no one can read anymore. Damn, it's a shame really that no one can read. I'm gonna start making anti-bimbo, well no, reverse bimbo content, where instead I'm gonna make you very, very smart instead. Actually, I should make you smart and then make it like painfully smart. And then you're like, no, get it out, get all the knowledge out of my head, oh god. And then, yeah, oh, that sounds like some sort of torture. Delicious. Anyway, nom. To be fair, if you have lots of smarts and brains and stuff, then that's more for me. I mean, I sustain on the nourishment of brains alone. So if you guys get too dumb subjects, then I'm just gonna starve. So don't starve me, please. Where are them big brain subs at? Ooh, if I start saying like, ooh, big brain subs are so cute. I guarantee everyone will all of a sudden want to start reading books again. And that's how we fix the problem. Genji, thank you so much for the super chat. I can read. I guess the audios don't work on me. Oh no, it's okay. I like that you can read. In fact, I find it very attractive that you can read. This is how I'm gonna win people over again. Yes. Anyway, questions, shall we? Okay. Oh, this is a juicy one. I was gonna put lovely little things up on the screen, like visual aids for the questions, but unfortunately, I'm lazy. And I really don't have time to like prepare for this shit. This is a fucking live stream after all. What do you mean I have to prepare for a fucking live stream? I don't think so. Anyway, so I'm just gonna read them out, and if you have any, like, maybe somebody afterwards could timestamp this to like tell everybody what questions I'm answering at any time. That would be really, really, ooh, so cute. That person who timestamped the entire stream is so adorable. Am I convincing you to timestamp the stream yet? Good. Okay, great. Right. Question 1. Okay. What is your most hated misconceptions about hypnosis? Hypnosis to make you imagine secret but the questions. Yes, exactly. I look, it can't be all pre-run PowerPoints. Exactly. Right. What is my most hated misconception about hypnosis? Oh my god, there's so many. There's so many. Okay. My biggest misconception is that if you don't feel anything while you're hypnotized, that you weren't hypnotized at all. I know that sounds really silly, that you're like, wait, but secret, if nothing happened, was I really hypnotized? Yes. Probably. It's complicated. There's a very long and complicated, like, hypnosis feels like this, or hypnosis. A lot of people seem to get in their head about like how hypnosis is supposed to feel. So by the time that I'm hypnotizing somebody, they've already maybe had an experience with it where they've convinced themselves that hypnosis doesn't work. Yeah, a lot of subject skills is actually noticing how things feel for you. Exactly. And I think that, like, What the hell am I looking at? When does this happen in hypnosis? This is the beginning of the hypnosis, where you meet a sexy woman in her castle, and she seduces you with the power of giant anime breasts and an ASMR microphone. Yeah, there you go. That's what this is. But anyway, so yeah, that's one of my biggest misconceptions, is like, if nothing, quote unquote, nothing happened, then like you weren't hypnotized. Because hypnosis feels different for everybody, so like you might not be noticing the tiny little changes that happen with hypnosis, and that's the thing. It's about figuring that out. Oh, Genji, thank you so much for the super chat. Mine is that it's used for mind control instead of removing inhibitions and helping you do things you do want to do. That's a big one. Yeah, let's talk about that. So, do I do hypnosis sessions? Do I? What do you think, subjects? Do I? My face is working really well tonight. Me going, do I do hypnosis sessions? It's been a while, huh? It's been a little while. Like, privately? Oh, no, I don't. Not privately. We can discuss that in a minute. I think someone's already asked that question too. But anyway, so yeah, hypnosis is not mind control. What? But it is mind control. What? So hypnosis both is and is not mind control. And I know that one is a little hard to wrap your head around. See, the thing is, a lot of people think brainwashing is mind control, which it is, kind of. They're kind of like along the same spectrum of things, right? Different names for a similar thing. And I think a lot of people, when they see brainwashing, they think that all brainwashing is hypnosis, and that's not true. But they also think that all hypnosis is brainwashing, which is also not true. So brainwashing and hypnosis are different things, and yes, you can brainwash someone with hypnosis, but you don't always brainwash someone with hypnosis. So if you're being hypnotized, you're not being brainwashed, so get that out of your brain. Okay. Yeah, it's a magician trick. Man, I wish someone had done a YouTube video about that. Well, it's all a magician's trick. IRL brainwashing is tragically unsexy. That is also a misconception, that brainwashing is like, real brainwashing is super sexy. It can be sexy, but it takes a really long time. So I think there's this thing. I remember when I used to frequent a lot of like IRL chats back in the day, and like hypnosis discords and things. But you cannot brainwash someone in one session. It's not like that. Brainwashing is something that takes months and months and months. For some people, it takes years. Think about Pavlov's dog, okay? That's operant conditioning is a form of brainwashing. So brainwashing is like, is a long-term thing. It's never something quick. It's also why I'm like, a lot of people who get into the scene because they're really into brainwashing and stuff, or they see someone who's like really brainwashed, it's taken them years to get there, and then they're like, I want to do that in like one session. I'm like, what? Huh? Manage your expectations is basically what this comes down to. But yeah, brainwashing is real. It is real. Is it inherently dangerous? Not always. Can be. So, you know. Is it fun to be brainwashed? Can be. Sometimes it's not. Just depends. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, those are some of my misconceptions about hypnosis. I guess, are there any other ones? Oh my god. Probably. I'll probably think of more as we go along. Is the gnosis like NLP? That's another question, like a whole other kettle of fish. Oh, thank you. I want to say thank you. Your fractionation audios have been able to shut off my overthinking brain, get restful sleep. Aww. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like those. I do love fractionation quite a lot. I'm a little biased towards fractionation, I'm not going to lie. It's honestly, I do love it so much. Can you tell? It's like one of my favorite things to. I'm so basic. I'm like basic, boring hypnotist, right? Okay, so got another question. What is this? Oh god, can I just say, some of you wrote some really specific questions. Some of you wrote some really specific questions. I'm appreciative, but also, wow, some of you wrote some really specific questions. These questions are very long and very specific. Thank you so much, Genji, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. So how do I know if hypnosis worked on me? Oh, that's a great question. Okay, let me quickly answer that and then we'll get back to the list. So how do I know if hypnosis worked on me? There are some telltale signs that hypnosis is working. Maybe you feel relaxed. Some people feel relaxed in hypnosis. Maybe your arms or your legs feel heavy or light. Maybe my wife says she gets like a really weird pressure feeling in her like temple. So maybe you get that. I have some telltale signs that I'm hypnotized, which I won't go into because they're some of them are very normal and some of them are like a little embarrassing, and I don't want to go into that. But like, I guess one of them is like, I feel like, okay, when I'm hypnotized, I feel like I'm being like pulled out of my own brain. That's really fun. I love that feeling. Not everybody's gonna get that level of feeling because I mean, I've been hypnotized thousands of times, probably hundreds of thousands of times. Maybe I'm gonna hesitate to say nearly 1,000,000 times, and I'm also gonna say that, like, I mean, I've got my 10,000 hours under. That's for sure. Yeah, it does change over time. I noticed when I was on brain medication, it changed a lot. I went through a big period where I stopped doing files because I literally could not trance on my my brain medication that I was on at one point for depression. I didn't have depression, I had ADHD. But they put me on depression meds, and these antidepressants made it so I couldn't be hypnotized, it just felt weird. So I didn't like it. I actually thought the same thing would happen with Ritalin, and it didn't. Interesting how some things work and some things. Anyway, yeah, so sometimes you might feel dizzy or tired, or I mean, you just might feel really compelled to do something that the hypnotist is saying, you know? And for some people, it's literally like you just played along, you know? That playing along feeling can be really useful. And I know for some people, they find it very unhelpful to go along with the playing along feeling. But for some people, it's like, oh yeah, that was really nice when I played along and I did everything the hypnotist told me to, and it felt really good. Yeah, some people get the TV static feeling in your body, yeah. Dissociation is very common. Get vertigo in my forearms, that's a really interesting concept, I love that. So there we go. Yeah, so there's lots of ways. Some people get a dry mouth. I always wake up from hypnosis like really like thirsty. I don't know why. I always have water next to my bed if I'm doing files, because my god. Also, sitting or laying down in trance are going to give you different feelings. I'm just going to say they're going to give you different feelings. So if you're struggling to be hypnotized, it could be because you're sitting down instead of lying down, or vice versa. Yeah, anyway, thank you for the super, Genji. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I shiver a lot in trance. Yeah, I get like a tingly feeling all over. Sounds so lewd. It's not lewd. I promise it's not lewd. Anyway, thank you. I really appreciate the super chat. Oh my goodness. Right. Okay. Questions. Does different language is a barrier to hypnosis, even if we understand the language? Okay. What I'm assuming this question means is, if you speak a different language from the person hypnotizing you, is that a barrier to trance or not? Okay. I'm gonna tell you a really funny story that makes me seem really silly. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I am a dom. I am a dommy dom till the house down boots. I will dominate the shit out of you, okay? I will. I am quintessentially a dommy mummy. I know, but there was once a time that I did a lot more switching than I do now. And I am a switch, after all. But I used to sub. Why? No way. Why? The secret subject used to be a secret subject? No fucking way. It's almost like it's my backstory or something. But anyway, so as a switch, I used to play with lots of different people from lots of different places, and two of my ex-doms were from Europe. Let's just say from Europe. And both of them spoke different languages to me. One of them spoke fluent French, the other spoke Norwegian. And I think with both of those exes, we did try some stuff in other languages, but the problem is I am extremely easy. With the right people, I'm extremely easy. So unfortunately, from my personal experience, being hypnotized in a language you do not understand is possible. However, no. Okay, but listen, if someone has a really sexy voice, I think that they could probably hypnotize you with just the tone alone. I was very what I like to call tone conditioned. You know, when you hear a certain tone, for example, if you're tone conditioned to my voice, and I'm talking like this right now, which is like kind of my normal voice, okay? This is like my normal voice, but if I go a little bit down here. Oh, actually, is this my normal voice? Hold on. Hello, this is my normal voice, and I'm talking very normally right now. Okay, there we go. And then I do this, and I talk really slowly and seductively. Then some of you might already start to be like, whoa, what? Hold on, the sign's not out. Don't you dare drop. Don't you dare fucking drop. Don't you dare fucking drop for me. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. I said no. Behave yourself. Anyway, so, wakey, wide awake, haha. I'll get the sign out in a minute. Right, anyway, so for example, if you were tone conditioned to my voice, then that probably would work. So, yeah, if I was speaking another language, then it would still work, in theory, in practice. Who knows? But for me personally, yes, if you are speaking a different language to someone else, as long as you're tone conditioned or conditioned in some other way, then absolutely you can have things happen. I've also had triggers in different languages where the person has explained what the word means in a different language, and my brain has latched onto that. As long as you can communicate intent, you can do hypnosis. I mean, you can do hypnosis via sign language. There are people out here who probably don't understand, like, who can't, like, if you are, for example, a deaf person, you might want to communicate over sign language. So sign language hypnosis would work, as long as you kept someone's eyes open, of course, because they have to see what you're doing. So literally, there are any kind of language that you can provide someone, you can use hypnotically, if that makes sense, including over language barriers. Yeah, so yes, would I recommend it for a first time session between you and a partner? Say you've just met your partner, you speak German, they speak English, and you're not quite sure if it's going to work because your English isn't very good and their German is not good. For a first session, is it going to work really well? I'm not sure. So your mileage may vary. So just see how you go, I guess. Just see how you go, I guess. Yeah, hypnosis via Morse code. You could do that. So yes. Does language barrier to hypnosis affect hypnosis? Yeah, no, maybe. Try it and see what happens. Yeah. Honestly, I'm just encouraging people to play with people all over the globe, because honestly, accents are sexy. I don't find the New Zealand accent very sexy, but I hear some of you do. Maybe that's just my accent is sexy to some of you, and what the fuck is happening? God, I live stream, and the second I go live is the time that everybody seems to message me. Everyone. Accents are sexy? Yeah, I think accents are sexy. I'm biased as fuck, but every time I've met a person who has, like, a really sexy accent, I'm like, oh my god, this is why I haven't had a play partner in a long time. I'm looking for a very specific voice and a very specific accent, so, like, I'm looking for a needle in a haystack. There we go. Okay, so that's just me personally. Anyway, my accent is an abomination. My accent is an abomination. Jeez, have you heard me? Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. Here's another question. Is there anything I can specifically do to improve my visualization ability? I struggle to really get into trance depending on whether I have to visualize a lot. Yes. Who's Needle and why are they in a haystack? Dewey is so cute. Oh my god. Dewey, you're adorable. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, so what can you do to specifically improve your visualization ability? Okay. So I guess the biggest thing, if you want to improve your visualization. Squirm the Goblin, thank you so much for the super chat. I was fangirling by the way. Aww, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me for my very terrible ASMR session. So, visualizations are hard. I personally have found them difficult. My wife really struggles with visualizations. So yeah. It's very difficult. So honestly, you are not alone, first of all, in your ability to visualize being, not as good. So, what the fuck is happening? Oh, it's 2 minutes and I'll be back. Aw, cute. Somebody's mad. I love it when people get mad. It's cute. Okay, so visualization. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The thing is, I think with visualization stuff, a lot of people really rely on like visual language to hypnotize people, and I think it's both a skill issue on the part of the hypnotist, first of all, to not also add language. And this is like a me thing too, because I do this all the time. Myself, where you get stuck in the visualize this, imagine that kind of thing, and you describe a lot of visual language. And I think as hypnotists and as DOMs, we need to get out of the mindset of, and switches, we need to get out of the mindset of including one thing, whereas you could also include language about the audio and language about, this and the other, touch-based language, that kind of stuff. So yeah, so first of all, hypnotists, up your game. Do you even game, bro? Do you even game? Up your game. Seriously. I've been upping my game lately. I think you need to up yours too. If I have to keep upping my game, so do you, damn it. It cannot just be me upping my game. Okay? We all need to get better. I came here from paranormal streams. I honestly feel completely out of my element. That's valid. Honestly, I will promise you this. People say that Norma and I, this is just an aside, people say Norma and I are very alike. We're actually extremely different. The vibe switch is like, it's literally night and day. She goes outside during the day. I live here in perpetual night. So honestly, that's the whole thing. I get it. That's why we have very different content, Imagine going outside. I couldn't imagine going outside. I get this complexion by never leaving my castle ever. No. I lounge around the castle all day, and I never go outside. Why would I need to go outside when I have subby wubbies who can do that for me? It's fun. Anyway, bugs outside, gross, yes. So visualization. If you would like to practice your visualization, I guess reading a book might help. Honestly, there's a lot of visual language in novels and stuff. So like really like practicing it, I guess, is one of those things. Is like practice, or here's another idea. I did talk to someone the other day who told me something about when they are trying to visualize something, what they'll do is they'll make like a little collage of things, Yeah. Like they'll make a collage of pictures to like refer to. So for example, if you know you're going to do a session with somebody and you're going to do like a beach visualization, you could ask your hypnotist if they'll send you pictures of a beach that they can look at while you're being hypnotized. Because if you look at the picture, it's definitely going to be a lot easier to imagine being in that scenario if you've got a picture right there. Oh my god. Daisy, happy birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful birthday. Yeah, so somebody said provide pictures. My other suggestion is, if you don't want to give up on visualization alone, just be like, practice as much as you can and just see what happens. And also, when you're practicing, don't get down on yourself. I know it's really hard not to get down on yourself when you're practicing a skill, but like, we just have to practice not getting down on ourselves about a skill. For example, you do a session, it's full of visual language, your brain does nothing, and you go, well, that didn't work. The amount of times I've done that with hypnosis, myself as a subject, it's really hard. And you sometimes have to push through it, because sometimes the difference between mastering a skill and not is just persistence and patience. Yeah, but honestly, there is no... I just want to say, for the people with aphantasia out here, because I don't want to get misconstrued. I feel like every time I bring up aphantasia or someone asks me about aphantasia, I always put my foot in it and say something that somebody takes wildly out of context, like I hate people with aphantasia. And it goes from like, Secret only does stuff on visualization, and Secret doesn't like aphantasia people, and she hates all people with aphantasia. No. But what I will say is, right now there's been a real like rise in knowledge about aphantasia, and like a real big spike in people being like, I have that too, which is awesome. It's really, really great. But what also I think we need to do is just preach like, well, there's variety in our hypnosis. We don't need to always be doing visualizations. And honestly, if you're really wanting to do that beach visualization and you just can't, don't get down on it. There's other things you'd be great at, you know, like fractionation, or my fave, or confusion, or overload, or whatever. So yeah, or again, like a really kinesthetic induction with somebody. Oh my god, yeah, there's so many ways you can do this. So yeah, just think about the variety of things you could try instead. So don't always just rotate, like, and also maybe if you're going to practice visualization, maybe also put it in a playlist with the stuff that you know you're good at, you know, to give yourself a bit of confidence. Yeah. Breaking news: secret subject eats aphantasia for breakfast. Well, I do eat brains, and if it's part of brains, then like, brains, delicious. Is this my Vor arc? No. Vor is eating like the whole person, right? It's like brains, delicious. No. I specifically eat the brain cells, yeah, that you give to me when, you know, because I am hypnosis, obviously, incarnate. Yeah. I know a lot of you thought I was a person. I'm not. I'm just a concept. Yeah. This is getting very out of hand. I'm sorry. Everyone's like, Secret's not real. I'm like, no, Secret isn't real. I've never been real. In fact, I've just been, I have been hypnosis incarnate, and I just float around. I float around, get inside your head. Yeah, so aphantasia is a condition where you find it very hard to visualize things. Like when you close your eyes and you say, imagine a lemon, you can't see the lemon. Me neither can I, but it seems like there's spectrum to it. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, right, next question. For the people who are timestamping this, you're doing very well. Paper Planes, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. By the way, if you super chat and you want to be called something, please let me know. I'm happy to do super chat trades for like a good boy or a good girl or a good name of choice. But please keep in mind to keep it TOS friendly. Thank you. Please keep it TOS friendly. I really don't want to be banned again. I need to lost this channel once. I don't want to do it again. Sorry, water break. A good girl, yes. A good girl. Or like a good submissive or something. I don't mind. I really don't mind. Anyway, you want to be called a good girl? Okay, we'll do it. Fuck it, let's do it. Paper Planes, thank you so much for the super chat. You are such a good girl. Such a very, very good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. There we go. Okay, next question. Holy shit, this is an essay. Oh shit, this is an essay. Okay, I'm in a long-distance relationship where we try to play with hypnokink and brainwashing, but our schedule often doesn't line up to have full sessions. Oh, what are some ways we can still explore that dynamic without needing to spend time one-on-one. Interesting. Okay, so I have a little bit of experience with this, I'm not gonna lie. My wife and I were long distance for a really long time, so I get it. I feel for you. Time zones are a pain in the ass, and distance is a pain in the butt. I get it. But if you want to do hypnokink when your schedule's done, okay, for example, I've dated people in Europe. I'm in New Zealand. So unfortunately, 12-hour time difference, and that shit ain't cool, you know? That shit ain't cool. But anyway, so passes out. Adorable, so adorable. Anyway, yeah, so my biggest thing is you can send texts to people. I used to send texts to my wife and be like, here's a message to read later. You could like even put them in, like, if you're on Discord, you could put them in like hidden little texts that they have to open one by one. So you could do that, give them little presents of like a text session that's pre-written, that they have to open it, because you know how on Discord you can do those things where you have things that are like hidden behind those black bars. You could do that, but with like a text session, so it's like written out properly. Yeah, if you know your partner's going to be awake after you. Spoilers, yes, exactly, spoiler tags. And you could also record audios. I've done that before for lots and lots and lots of people. I've given them little personal recordings. Even just get your phone and yeah, hit them with a good girl with the yeah, exactly. You could even give them voice notes to listen to later. Voice messages are really accessible these days. Even on Discord, you could just go, here's a voice note, listen to this later when you're alone using headphones. That kind of thing. Yeah, so you could do that kind of stuff. Yeah, lots and lots of things. Snapchat, I used to use Snapchat with a lot of people. You could use Snapchat and send them evil Snapchats where you film yourself looking cute. Mine would be staring vaguely into the camera with a very threatening eye. That's nice, you can do that. Yeah, stuff like that. It's very fun. You could do what I did to a friend once, where you send them a Google file, like a Google Drive of videos of yourself being fractionated to the audio they sent you. That one was interesting because it didn't go down the way I thought it would. Not at all. It didn't get the reaction I thought it would, and honestly, kind of disappointed, to be honest, with that one. So just make sure the person that you're playing with is down for that, because if they're not and they get hit with a Google Drive folder of videos of you being fractionated, it doesn't always come off the way you think it's going to. So that one's always interesting. Yeah, it's a shame because I have a great trans face, so that person missed out. That person continues to miss out, unfortunately. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, stuff like that is really fun. You could send them, oh god, what else? Yeah, videos, little videos you could send them. You know, we all have a phone in our hands. The phone is honestly, yes, sending pictures of yourself. A threatening pocket watch on the table. Oh my god, that's enough. Or send a little video of you holding a pocket watch. Send them a gif of you holding a pocket watch. Those things loop. Make a gif. Learn how to make gifs. I was actually teaching a friend of mine the other day. A good friend of mine who's also a hypnotist. I'll shout him out. His name's Pling. Shout out to Pling. Pling makes really good audios. That fucking Australian accent. How? I promised myself I would never drop to an Australian accent again, and yet Pling got me good. Anyway, Pling and I were talking, and I was explaining to Pling how to make GIFs. Learn how to make GIFs. Sign up to Canva and make GIFs of spirals, of you, if you're like me and you're an anime woman on the internet, you could make yourself available like this, and you know, have fun like that. Make threatening GIFs. Send them falling, and don't tell them what it is. Remind me to ask you about this later. Yes, I have many ideas. So I'm an ideas person, if you hadn't already caught on. So yeah, pocket watches. Oh wait, do you want to see one? I have one. Hold on. There it is. It has 2 speeds. Fast or slow. Where can we find Pling? You can find Pling at patreon.com/Pling, I think, or Plinglog. I think it might be. If anyone has a link, please throw it in the chat, please. Pling has got a lovely Australian accent, and I don't often say that because fucking Australians, man. Sorry, Australians. They're like, why is Secret so racist towards Australians? I'm like, it's just the Australian accent. I can't stand it. I just can't. It's one of my least sexy accents in the world. It's like the New Zealand. I hate the Kiwi accent. One time, I got hypnotized by Kiwi a few times, and honestly, being hypnotized in this accent, that's weird. How do you guys deal with this? Huh? Yeah, Australian accents are rather the best or worst. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too. There you go, Pling. Yay. But it's so similar to yours, is it? Interesting. I get disappointed that I get hit by falling yet. You can train yourself this time. Don't worry this time. But anyway, yep, so all of those ideas are valid and good, and you steal all of them, and if they work really well, like sending little messages and doing Snapchats and all kinds of fun videos and shit and photos and GIFs and oh my god, make GIFs. We need more GIF makers in this community. Like really. More GIF makers. Please someone else do it. It's really hard holding this community down on GIFs alone. I'm glad it caught on Tumblr. I'm gonna say, because yeah, there we go. So that's a really good thing. So there you go. So you don't need to be one-on-one all the time. As an Aussie, I'm slightly saddened you don't think we have a sexy accent. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just can't. I can't even. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry Australians. It's alright. One day. See, look, here's the thing. Some people have changed my mind. No one's really changed my mind thoroughly yet, but we'll see. Maybe one day I'll wake up one morning and someone's Australian accent will be so sexy that I'll be like, damn, you've changed me. I'm a changed woman. Crazy. Oh my god. Right. Okay. So, what's your favorite thing about hypnosis? Oh my god. Okay, since I switched, not even Hugh Jackman, no. Not even Hugh Jackman. There's only been, I would say, 2 Australians that I've done hypnosis with and listened to the files of that I thought, damn, that's a hot voice. I'm calling myself out. Anyway, I'm going to give you 2 things about 2 favorite things about hypnosis, because obviously as somebody who has dabbled in switchy behavior, not gonna lie, yeah, I'm gonna give you one from the top, one from the bottom. I'll start with my thing when I do listen to hypnosis. My favorite thing about hypnosis. Okay, this is gonna be kind of personal, and I don't often go this personal, but I have an undiagnosed pain disorder. I have an undiagnosed pain disorder. So I also have muscle tension dysphonia in my voice. You can't hear it because I cover it really well, but I'm in pain 24/7 a lot of the time. I'm on medication for it, so sometimes I'm fine, but you know, I'm in pain a lot. So I think the best thing about hypnosis is when I'm practicing hypnosis, it calms me down a lot, and because it calms me down a lot, it means I don't feel pain, because it's all a brain thing, right? The pain disorder that I have is stress related, so the more stressed out I am, the more in pain I am. It's the circle of pain, and I'm not even a pain slut. Like all of my friends who seem to be pain sluts for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why the New Zealand scene is so full of people who love impact play. Just is. But anyway, so there we go. So I love. Doesn't streaming strain your pain? Yep. It sure does. So does ASMR, which is why I don't do that often, but I pace myself now. I'm learning to pace myself, that's what I'm learning. But yeah, so yeah, the thing about chronic pain, you gotta live with it, exactly. So yeah, so it does help me like de-stress, and I think that's really nice. It's really nice. It's really nice to de-stress. And yeah, I often these days, because I don't get hypnotized, I don't have play partners these days. It's easier for me not to have play partners. like logistically, and also because of who I am. We can go into that later. There's a question about that later, actually, which we've got to go into probably a little bit, but we'll see. So yeah, because I don't have any regular play partners, I do a lot of files. I love audio files a lot. Yeah, it's complicated, you're so right. But yeah, I do a lot of audio files, and I notice that when I'm doing audio files a lot, I'm a lot less stressed. And when I'm less stressed, I'm in less pain. I've been in a lot of pain recently because I haven't done files in like 6 months. I probably should get back into that. So for me, it's like it's a de-stressing tool, in many different ways. And I mean, like, I'm fascinated by the brain training aspect of it. When I'm doing hypnosis as a subject, I find it like, I like the science of it. Is that weird? I used to be very into like listening to a file and thinking about how I feel, and like you know, thinking about like what changed and how that's different. And I'm such a nerd. I'm such a fucking nerd for this shit, basically. I'm just a hypnosis nerd. What can I say? It's very nerdy. I have a very nerdy interest in this. And what's my favorite thing about being a hypnodom? I mean, my favorite thing about being a hypnotist, I guess, is it's that aha moment. I love it. I love the look in someone's face when they've realized that we've gone from just talking to like something else, you know? They've recognized that this is the moment. So I'm gonna get my water because my throat is so dry. They realize that this is the moment that something has changed. I love that. Oh! Yeah, got him, bitch. That's exactly how I feel. Gotcha, bitch. Sorry, that's probably too seductive for YouTube. YouTube's gonna bonk me. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry, that's my wife. She has allergies. But hey, honestly, this is better than the last ASMR stream where she sneezed for about 3 hours. No, it was the wife. But yeah, so I love the moment of like, yeah. Okay, so I made a tweet today because somebody told me this is probably gonna get me bonked. So I'm gonna try and say this in like a tame way. But I made a tweet today because I was told by somebody about, they were like, oh, and somebody described themselves as a leisure dom. Leisure. Leisure. I can't wink any hard. You know, a leisure dom, and I was like, what the fuck? And the funniest thing is, so I obviously am asexual. If you didn't know that, surprise, your favorite hypnodom is also ace. So yeah, because I'm asexual, I've never really gotten into like, I don't do a lot of like stuff, you know, like I do in my audios, but like I don't like my paid audios and my spicy ones on the correct spicy sides, you know what I mean? But I think my interest in hypnosis was always from a point of like, I just love it when people are like really having a good time. I really love when people have a good time. And I love the look on someone's face when their brain just melts out of their head. It's really cute. Like, I love eye rolling. I love like the signs of trance. I love like the shiver someone gets when you like whisper in their ear like really close and stuff, you know, like, or like you grab the back of their hair and you pull the hair and then you whisper out and then you're like, oh, and you're so good at this, you know, like I love that shit. I just love everything about that. And I love the fact that I can like, I'm a really bossy bitch, so I like bossing people around sometimes, and yeah, gently bossing people around. Yeah, I love creating experiences and being creative, and I think there's something very creative about hypnosis. You know what I mean? Yeah, it can be it's artistic in a way. So yeah, I think my favorite thing about being a hypnotist is 100% the moment of realization of like, wow, that's great. They love it, and it's great, and it's fun. and I find it really intimate. Like, obviously I'm not doing a lot of like sexual hypnosis, but I find it really intimate, the whole thing. Yeah, even the tame stuff. This is why I don't do hypnotherapy, even though I could practice hypnotherapy. I choose not to because I find it to be really intimate, and that's very hard to do in a therapeutic setting when you're like, oh, this is quite intimate, I'm inside your head. I love being inside your head. Simple. That's a really complicated answer for something so simple, but yeah, you know what I mean. I'm taking advantage of how good your earphones are. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's why I like. Okay. Alright. Here's a nice easy question. I say easy. It's probably not. Can I get a hi, mommy? Wait, like, hi, mommy? Or like, hi, mommy? You're not my mother. Anyway, this is a nice easy question, I think. I want to try and hypnotize someone with their consent. Thank you for adding that, by the way, because it's very important to think about people's consent, you know. So thank you for adding with consent. With consent. I want to try hypnotizing someone with their consent. Would you recommend a script? P.S. Can we use your audios ever to take inspiration from them? That is a really good question that I actually do get quite a lot. So, the question is, would I recommend a script? Okay. I'm gonna say something that some of you might be quite surprised at, and I'm going to say yes and no. I'm gonna say a strong maybe, a strong yeah no. No yeah? Yeah no, no yeah. No yeah. So here's the thing about scripts. Scripts have a time and a place, and I feel like playing with somebody one-on-one is not the time or the place. Like, I'm not gonna go to a play. Imagine I'm at a BDSM dungeon and YouTube has now decided that this is lewd. That's fine, YouTube, you can fuck off. But anyway, I'm at a BDSM meet or something. I'm at a play party, okay? Middle of the play party, I whip out my book of scripts. Look, I'm a nerd, but I'm not that kind of nerd, okay? It's kind of embarrassing. So anyway, so no, that's not a situation for a script, okay? But what I do think is important is that I think studying scripts is a really good idea. Studying audios is a really good idea. And when I say studying, I'm not meaning take my audio word for word, because here's the thing, you could literally, I could give you the script from my audios. I could. I do provide them sometimes when there is a script to provide, because I freestyle a lot of my audios. So yeah, I could give you the PDF file and you could literally do my induction on someone. However, I just don't know if that's wise, because how are you supposed to learn, right, what your style of hypnosis is? How are you supposed to learn anything about the technique behind hypnosis? It's all you're doing is just copying words from somebody else. Now, when you're learning to read, when you're I used to be a teacher. I went to university for teaching. When you're learning to read, right, and you're a child and you're learning to read, we learn a lot from people's, from other people, right? We learn from reading, like looking at text and learning to read by breaking down the words that somebody has written on the page, and like learning it in steps. Like you go with the phonics and the letters, and then you start chunking words and doing all that kind of stuff. So when you're learning a skill, it's very important that not only can you regurgitate and copy and mimic what I'm doing, but you also have the skills to apply it yourself, because there's nothing more awkward than saying, I'm going to hypnotize you, and just mimicking another hypnotist, you know? And it's funny because when we're learning to hypnotize someone, when I learned hypnosis, and this is like some deep lore, right? But when I first learned hypnosis, I purely went on instinct, and the only instincts I had were words that were put in my head by somebody else. That sounds like some sort of like serial recruitment scene, to be honest. And maybe it was. Maybe my whole entire beginning of my hypnosis career was serial recruitment, that they recruited me. They brainwashed me so I can brainwash you. And this whole time has been one whole big like pyramid scheme. Yeah, there you go. It's a pyramid scheme. The whole thing. I'm kidding. MLM hypnosis, yes. Like gasp. But anyway, so yeah, so there's always going to be a layer of like, this is, yeah, there's always going to be a layer of like you learned this from somebody else, you know, like, and I mean, it's kind of hard to think someone put words in my head to say to you, oh my god, that's so hard. I did a scene like that once, and can I just say, fucking sexy. I made an audio once that actually like mimicked like somebody I used to know. Somebody that I used to know. Anyway, I like mimicked their style or something because we were doing some stuff at the time, and I was like, this is really funny, because I send them the file and they're like, damn, okay, I see where this came from. And I was like, yeah, it's great. But anyway, so there is a level of mimicry, yeah, into this. But I think the biggest thing for me is that you take that script and you learn how this works. So I think it's important, if you are going to read out a script, highlight the portions of like where the magic happens, you know, like highlight, okay, where is the absorption, where's the dissociation, and where's the suggestibility, where are the suggestions, what kind of language are they using? Are they using permissive? Are they using authoritative? Are they being firm, or are they being very open-ended? Is this indirect or direct suggestion? That's the kind of stuff I would take out of it, you know. That's the kind of stuff I would take out of it personally. Yeah. Someone should request that song during Paranormal. Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, they should. She won't be doing karaoke for a while though. If I keep this up, one voice box, 2 people. It's hardcore. It's hardcore, man. Anyway, yeah. So yes, definitely learn from scripts. If you would like to use my scripts and learn from them, that's okay. The only thing I ask is if anyone was going to take my script and record it for like profit and stuff, that you clear that with me first, because a lot of time and energy goes into writing my scripts and producing my content. So yeah, I always ask that people like just message me, ask nicely, and you might be surprised. I'm gonna dabble in writing scripts for other people, so yeah, maybe there's a whole new career for me. Who knows? Yeah, so absolutely, scripts are useful. To what degree are they useful? I would always rather that you freestyled yourself, but also if you're not comfortable freestyling, that's okay. We've got to start somewhere. So yeah, so absolutely. It's also understandable if you wanted some sort of control over who was using your scripts. Yes, exactly. Yep. So there we go. So yes, scripts are valid and useful, just not all the time. I heard about somebody teaching a class and they like handed out scripts at the class, and I was like, ugh. I don't often hand out scripts at my classes. I sometimes do. I have a special like it's not a script, but what it is it's like a start your own script kind of thing. So I'll start the script and you finish the script. I find that to be a lot more useful because I've started it for you. You can fucking finish it. You're a good hypnotist who can finish it for me. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so okay. Let me have a look at more questions. Thank you all for being so patient through this. By the way, yes, Hypnotic Mad Libs. Yes. Okay. As a beginner, I've mostly just been playing some of the audios from the beginner playlist, trying to get more of an effect. Is that advisable, or is it repeating the same audio, lessening the effectiveness of the audios? Interesting. That's a great question, Jammy Man. I'll keep that in mind and see if I can answer that one in a minute. Okay, thank you. So yeah. The beginner playlist. Now, I think the big question here is, if I listen to an audio file again and again and again, is it going to lessen the effect of the hypnosis? And the long and short of it is no. It's actually really good to practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. What I would say is it's always good to change things up a little bit, to try something different, especially if something isn't working the way you want to be working, you know what I mean? Like conditioning, yeah, you could be conditioned to it over time and it just gets easier and easier. However, if something isn't working the way you want it to and you're trying to condition a certain feeling, a certain skill, you might need to change what you're doing in terms of, you know what I mean? Change what you're doing to make that work, if that makes sense. Yeah. So yes, you can listen to things over and over. No, it doesn't lessen the hypnosis. Yes, it only makes hypnosis better. Practice makes practice. There's no such thing as perfect. And no, the question was, what are your experiences performing hypnosis on those with disabilities like ADHD and autism? So if you are neurodivergent, hi, me too, I have ADHD. If you are neurodivergent and you are practicing hypnosis as a subject or a submissive or hypnotee, if they want to call it that, I don't know what people want to call it these days. A hypnotee. Okay. Then I think there is no difference. My wife is autistic. I have ADHD. We both very successfully can be hypnotized and have been for many, many years. So I have noticed that when I've been hypnotizing somebody who is autistic or who also has ADHD, I might change my my tact a little bit. But this is also because for me personally, I like to get to know the people I'm working with. So I don't tend to be like, this is the ADHD or induction, or this is the autistic induction, you know what I mean? Because it all comes down to people are people at the end of the day, and they all are different, so people can experience things differently. So yeah, it's very complicated, but the best thing I can say is learn your brain and get to know what vibes with you. If something isn't working out well for you and you're finding it really complicated or not that great, try something else and just explore. Exploration is very, very key. I do have an ADHD hypnosis audio, and I'm not saying it's the quintessential, if you have ADHD, this is always going to work on you 100% of the time, because it's not at all, but it's definitely made with the perspective of, this isn't an induction. If I was doing hypnosis as a subject, I'd want to experience this again. Yeah. Okay, so next question. Oh my goodness, there's so many questions. I love this. The list is so long. I had a really interesting question. This is a new question and so interesting. This only happened. I can solidly recommend the ADHD audio. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. Yeah. It was quite controversial at the time. I'm still confused as to why. I think somebody was trying to accuse me of fetishizing ADHD, and it was a bit weird, but anyway. I don't know why it was so controversial, but, you know, I tried. I tried my best. That's all we can do. That thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's some really good questions down at the bottom of this list. Hold on. I'm going back down to the bottom of the list. Oh my god. This is a really, really interesting question. You have 1,500 followers on Discord alone. Do I? Are there 1,500 people on the Discord server? It doesn't feel like it. Do you know that Trancy Keep, that was my old Discord server, had 6,000 members? 6,000 people. It was a big server. Like, what? it's funny because one day I woke up and there was 6,000 people in the Discord server, and I lost my mind. I was like, the fuck? Why? Huh? How did you get here? TK was huge. Don't miss it. Do not miss it. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. Sorry. If you do miss TK, I'm sorry. I don't miss it. It became a little bit of a burden, so we had to get rid of it, unfortunately. The current number on the Discord is 2,600. What the fuck? How? Yikes. Anyway, you have 1,500 followers in Discord alone. Questionable. Do you struggle with not getting a huge ego, knowing how many people you entrance possibly on a daily basis? So wait, subjects. Do I entrance you on a daily basis? This is news to me. Hold on. This is news to... Do I entrance you on a daily basis? What the fuck? Do I? That's so weird. That is so weird. Weekly. Really? I'm in your head weekly? Damn, what? Got some real secret subjects out here. Got some OGs out here who really listen. Okay, well, it's very hard to not feel like I'm in a trance when you talk. Well, I'm sorry. Sorry, my voice is too sexy. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. But anyway, so the question is, how do you not get a huge ego knowing how many people you entrance possibly on a daily basis? Okay. Oh, do we need to ask questions on top? No, this is a Google Doc this was a Google form. I think it's still in the Discord server if you want to ask questions now, but the form is kind of closed, so we're kind of closed. Maybe I'll come back to this because I probably won't be able to answer all of these today. How do I not get a big ego? Very simply, I don't think about it. The thing is, I was thinking about this before the stream because I saw this question and I thought to myself, that's a really odd question. It's a really odd question, but also like a really fascinating question to me because, okay, I'm not going to call out anyone in particular because I don't think I need to, but we've seen, and this is not just a hypnosis thing, this is like a content creator thing, right? But I've noticed a lot of the times content creators will blow up really quickly and way too fast. They'll go viral or they'll explode in popularity, and then all of a sudden they've got a massive ego, especially in the kink scene, because, you know, especially when you're dominant, you can get like a big head to be like, oh well, everybody likes me and I'm perfect and wonderful and the best dom that ever existed all the time. I've never thought that way. I've never had that mentality of being like, I'm the best. I'm like the best dom in the world. Oh my god. Yeah, in fact, I have mad imposter syndrome. And the mad imposter syndrome allows me to keep my ego in check because regardless of how many people subscribe to the channel, I'm always just going to be like, I'm constantly in pursuit of making good content and making good hypnosis and pushing hypnosis forward. And yeah, I think that's kept me in check. Yeah, I probably have like not enough self-confidence sometimes, but yeah, it also helps that I've had harassers and stalkers and haters and people who literally would love to see me disappear into the void. That definitely keeps your ego in check because you constantly have to watch over your shoulder and be a little bit paranoid. So yeah, I think because I've had like really good situations and I've had really bad situations, and I think like every single part of this, the biggest thing for me is I have a really high sense of it. There was a situation recently actually where I kind of had to like fight for my community. Yes, subjects, I fight for you all the time. And there was a situation where I was like, this is just not right for my community. And I think like situations like that really remind me how like blessed and lucky I am to live this life. I mean, my full-time job is this. All of my money comes from Patreon and subscribes, and I mean all of my money basically, apart from the super chats, thank you all. And like, yeah, all of my entire income is crowdfunded due to the kindness of all of you. So that is something I do not take lightly, if that makes sense. Like, I am very grateful to live this life and to support not just me, but also Norma. So thank you for helping me support her too. Yeah, so I think because of that, I've had to work really hard. And I think when you work this hard at something, you gain a level of like, I don't want to say perfectionism, but you get a level of like, this is what good stuff looks like, and I'm always in pursuit of that. I really, oh, thank you, Villains Tonight Studios, for gifting a membership. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm constantly in a state of like, wow, this is amazing. I'm amazed. And it's funny because I've played with people in the past. I remember when I started blowing up a little bit, because, okay, for people who don't know, I've been doing this now since 2016. I officially made my first social media in 2016. And so I started this YouTube channel in 2017. And I remember back then I still used to play with people, and I remember when I got my first 10,000 subscribers here on this YouTube channel. And even at that point, I would be in Discord calls with people and they'd be like, wow, secrets here. Oh, hold on guys, she's such a diva, she's gonna get such a big head. I don't feel like I was like that. So if anyone is like, oh, she was a diva, cool, I'm wrong. I have ADHD and I remember things differently, I guess. But like, I've never had to be like humbled by my ego, because I don't think I'm the big I am. I don't drink my own Kool-Aid. Thank you, Villains Night Studios, for the super chat. Thank you. So yeah, I think because I grew slowly, and because I've always like, a lot of people have treated me in this community. This is gonna be such a like a weird take to have, but in this community, especially in the hypno scene, having to explain to people who are not in the hypno scene what it's like being in the hypno scene, for me, is very interesting. Over the years, I've had to do it quite a lot, and it's really funny every time I've had to do it. And yeah, I think a lot of the times people will see the big number on all of my social media and they'll be like, whoa, she must be really scary because big number. No, I don't think so. I think I always just like, I don't know, all of this could disappear. I think I've always been like, this could disappear in a moment. I could like literally lose my entire job in a second. So I think I don't know. I don't take it for granted at all. And I'm very appreciative of everything I've worked for, and I work really hard for what I've achieved, you know? I think there's been a lot of people over the years who've tried to be like, why is Secret getting that when, like, you know, her content is this? But I put a lot of time and effort, and I think people see that. I hope people see that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I feel very lucky. I feel very blessed, and I feel very like, yeah, like I wouldn't be doing anything else. I don't think. Even to thank you. I try, yeah. I really try. I'm very trying. So yeah, so how did I not get big ego? My family is British, so that helps, because when I sit at tea time with my mother and she's sitting there going, you're not hot shit secret, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. What people online think I am. Haha. So there you go. So yeah, I think it definitely is a mixture of like, because I didn't blow up instantly, I had a really slow rise to this level of success. A lot of people think that this came quickly to me. It didn't. 100,000 subscribers did not come easily or quickly. It took me, I think it was like 7 years to get this. Do your family know what you do? Yes, my entire family knows what I do. Now my brothers are older, they know what I do. When my brothers were younger, I did not tell them what I do because they were younger. But now that they're all above age, they all know, everyone knows what I do, yes. Yeah. So British family, yes. But yeah, so yeah, I also think, and this is just going to be like my advice to up and coming content creators, because when you start off as a content creator in the hypnosis community, or the ASMR community for that matter, sometimes you can have a moment where a video does really well, or a piece of content you make does really well, and you have a moment of like, whoa, that's amazing. Whatever you do, do not let that get to your head. Just don't. Just take a breath, take a moment, take a step back and go, okay, I've made a really good piece of content. That's one step. That's one step in your career, okay? Because to have this kind of longevity is not easy. Like, as someone who's been here for this fucking long, there's a reason why I've stuck it out for this long. And you know, we're all people, yeah, but like, also I know what it feels like when you have a viral video and you're like, fuck, what? But also, like, just like, take a breath, take a moment and be like, I'm a human being, I'm a person. You know, that content was good, but like, I need to take a second, you know? I see a lot of, and this is not a read, I really don't want people to think that I'm like putting other content creators down, because I'm not. But there's a lot of the time that I see content creators when they start out and they have such gusto and they have such like willingness to like put in the time, and then they blow up instantly, or they get really popular very quickly, go viral very quickly, and then they disappear after about 2 years, maybe, sometimes even 1, you know? It's crazy to me that I've seen this happen a lot, actually, especially in the hypno scene. You know, you'll see someone who'll blow up and it'll be like, whoa, and next minute, where are they? They're not here. So if you want that kind of longevity, and I know it's ironic coming from me because I took such a long hiatus, and I continue to take such a long hiatus from making content. But you really have to you have to love it, and you have to want to do it, and you have to keep pushing. Every single day you got to keep pushing and just keep doing it. Don't burn yourself out. Do not do a piece of content. Does your back hurt? Chronically. I have giant titties. I have giant titties and they hurt a lot, okay? You have to love the game. Yeah, and okay, one year I remember I was in this Discord server full of content creators who were all, you know, quite new. So I was like, oh, this is exciting. I love seeing fresh blood. Fresh blood, num num num. Num num. Delicious. Anyway, so brand new content creators, a lot of them, and very new. I was like, that's great. I felt like an old piece of shit, but you know, I was there, and I remember being in this Discord server, and they would always be like, oh, Hypnovember came around, and they were like, oh, I'm gonna do Hypnovember, and we have to do Hypnovember because as small creators, we gotta do Hypnovember. And in Hypnovember, if you don't know about it, it's you have to do a piece of content every single day of November to a hypnosis theme. Now, I did this Hypnovember thing way back in the day. Oh my god. Way back in the day. And I remember there was an argument that broke out in this Discord server between me and someone else. Of course. I'm always arguing with people. Why am I always arguing with people? Oh my god. So we had this argument about whether or not I should speak out a bit against Hypnovember. And look, here's the deal. I don't care if you do Hypnovember or not. I personally don't, because at the end of the day, you're an adult. You're an adult. You're an adult, and if you choose to do it, that's on you. But if you choose not to do it, that's okay too. Okay. So honestly, if you have to make lots of content all in one night and then release it slowly for the next 3 months just to make it by as a content creator, you do that. You do that. Do whatever works for you. And just, yeah, if you love it, do it until you don't love it anymore. If you ever get to a point where you don't love it, and let me be honest with you, I will be really honest, but like there was a time in my VTubing career when it's not like I didn't love hypnosis anymore. I wasn't like, you kind of get really sick of being the hypno person all the time. So, you know, that's why I like to spend my time and make my content a bit more sporadically these days, because it really gives me a better work-life balance. So like, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Yeah, so don't be boring. Go touch grass, go outside, do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so yeah, ego-wise, don't remember that subs are people, and every single subscriber is a person as well. That does help, because you know, I never think of my audience, or you subjects, I never think of any of you as like a number on a screen. I think about you as people, and people who like my stuff or don't like my stuff, and people who have comments, and you know, I love, this is also why to this day, every time I produce a new piece of content, I try my best on day one of the release. And this is why if you comment on day one of release, you'll probably get a response. Because on day one of release, I sit down on my phone and I read every single comment. Every single one. For better or worse, my mental health has never been more worse sometimes. So just remember, if you send me any weird shit, I read all of it. I see everything. So like, yeah, it's very, very important to me, because you've spent your time to listen to my audio and to make your comments. So to me, it's very important to read them and respond to them. To this day, I still do that, and I'll continue to do that. I love reading your comments, and I love responding to them. I think it's so funny, even on Twitter, even on Tumblr, even here. Tumblr a little less so, because I just, yeah, general. Wait, who's mad? Yeah, what if I change my username number on screen? Oh my god, no, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. So there we go. So yeah, I think just remember to be appreciative of what you have. I'm really sick and tired of the numbers game as well. I'm really sick and tired of the numbers game. Like, really. Like, I know it's really rich coming from someone with a YouTube silver play button over there, but like, also, I really hate the numbers game. I hate it so much. I played that game for a long time. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get that out of your brain. Just get that out of your brain. If your videos do really well and you're really successful, that's amazing. If your videos don't and you get nothing, oh well, at least you had a good time. And any one person that watches your video, I mean, that's a blessing to me. So yes. Yes, will there be hypnosis today? Yes, amongst this rambling, there will be. I promise you, there will be hypnosis. This question's less hypnosis, and this is just more about like, yeah. So yeah, just be a person. yeah, and just, yeah, subs are people too. Jesus Christ, do you know all the worst situations I've seen in the hypno kink scene with people hurting subs and things like that have all been because they've started treating people like objects and not like people. So yeah, do that. Yes. Yeah, I make artwork and I got really focused on the numbers. My art was getting a point. Yeah, exactly. I did that once. There's a few audios I've made in my career where somebody basically said to me, you would make so much more money if you did this. So there was a couple of times in my career where I was like, I really would like to make money. Money does help. I like groceries. I like paying my bills. So sure, I'll do that. And every single time I've made a video based on somebody saying that makes money, or that gets followers, or that gets success, it's always been my worst content. Like, always, hands down, my worst content. Worst performing, like worst content. And the best content that I feel like does the best is the stuff where I'm really truly doing it because I love it, and because I'm happy, and because I'm enjoying myself. I know then you'll enjoy yourself too. So yeah. There you go. I like paying bills. I do like paying bills. Yeah, someone's got to pay for the cats. My cats are very expensive, okay? Yeah, clout chasing and trend. I gave up chasing trends a long time ago. I used to think about it, and I remember, like, I have a lot of streamer friends who are like, secret, we need to get you like doing this and doing that and doing that, and like trend chasing, and like, oh, you've got to do that. Nope, I'm sorry, I'm bossy. What can I say? I'm either gonna live and succeed on this channel. Yeah, I'd rather start a trend than follow a trend. Is that weird? I'd rather start a trend of clickers and pocket watches than be part of the trend. So there we go. The princes must be kept fed. I like also paying bills, but you know what else I like? That thumbnail art. Oh my god, it's so sexy, right? So yeah, I've got a lot of streamer friends who are always like, secret, you need to be doing this and da da da. I'm like, nah, I think I'm good. I like the way I've built my business, my career. Yeah, because it is my career after all, and my business. And yeah, I really like the way I've done this, and I wouldn't change anything, I don't think. No. I wouldn't change anything, and I'm not going to change myself or my stuff because somebody says so. I remember back in the day when I first started VTubing, actually, a lot of people were like, secret, I wish you were like this Dom, or I wish you were like that Dom. And there was a couple of clips of me that went viral of like me explaining that I'm not like other Doms and why I do what I do and how I do what I do it. And it's funny now watching that and thinking like I was really miserable when people compare me to other people, really miserable. But the funniest thing is now, after my small hiatus and like coming back to the community, there are people out here who say that I'm their inspiration, or they use like my patter for their hypnosis audios, or they want to be inspired by me. And I think that that's so heartwarming and lovely. Like that is so lovely to hear that people are inspired by me. That's right. That's right. Did I no. I didn't start that. That's right. I stole That's Right from Wise Guy. So there you go. It's officially Wise Guy's thing. Do I say that's right a lot? That's right? You a lot? Do I? Do I really? Do I really talk like that? I do. Oh god, okay. Oh, Wise Guy, eh? Yeah. You did help popularize that. That's so funny to me. It's like full circle when like I went from a place of being compared to lots and lots of very popular VTubers who are doing very well right now. And there are times that I thought to myself, man, I wish I was successful like that and I had thousands of people watching my live stream. But you know what? I would rather do this. I think this is nicer. I like how cozy this community has become, and also how just delightful mostly everybody is. I've been treated mostly very well by people, and I'm very honored that people still think of me in a nice way. And I really appreciate like all the success. Yeah, so there you go. You won't get an ego if people are constantly checking your ego. So there you go. Yeah. Wise Guy is like some myth I keep hearing about. I love Wise Guy. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Sexily whispers at you to distract you from the big loud noise. Oh, sexy whispers. Shh. That's right. Shh. That's right. While we try and feed your ego, please don't. I know that there's like a lot of people who are really into like ego tripping as doms. Like they'll be like, okay, I had a bunch of friends who were really into god play, and I'm not judging you for being into god play, but I'm not into god play. Sorry, I'm not a goddess. You should keep knocking things over. What am I, some fucking cat? I'm not a cat. Yeah. Like some cat, like knocking things off the desk as she nya-nyas in the background. Yeah. Anyway, right. It is time for me to go fill up my drink bottle. Okay, can you behave your... Only if you purr too. Hold on, can I purr? Let me see. Nope. My lips are so dry. My mouth is so fucking dry. Wait, am I being called out? Yes, you're being called out. If you do god play, then yes, you're being called out right now. Sorry about the mouth sounds. It's disgusting. I know. Maybe I am a cat girl. I used to be a cat girl. So like, as a reformed cat girl, I can still do it, I guess. Once upon a time, I was a cat girl. It's so funny because, like, the cat girl thing comes from a really interesting place. Did I ever tell you about my lore? Maybe I'll go fill up my drink bottle and then I'll tell you the lore about the cat girl stuff. You wanna... hold on, one more. That's disgusting. Why did I do that? Anyway. Right, this is the intermission. This is the secret subject needs to fill up a water bottle intermission. I'm gonna go and fill it up so I can fill up your brain with all kinds of fun stuff. So you're just gonna have to be very good for me while I'm gone. Can you do that? Good. Okay. It's gonna look like I died. So just bear with. Actually, I am gonna exit stage left. Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh, what's over here? Oh, hello. Oh, okay, off I go. Okay, I've sufficiently watered. Alright. I've been watching a lot of Sophia Nygaard's videos recently, and I'm gonna be like, alright. Hello, and welcome to another video. Today, I'm gonna be trying to brainwash you using all of these fun toys I bought from a Japanese vending machine. Kidding, but that would be a sick video. If I ever go to Japan, I'm absolutely going to find as many brainwashing tools as I can. I guarantee they have some over there. Secret was the background music. Oh, I use Streambeats. Not sponsored, but they absolutely should sponsor me. Streambeats. Right. Oh, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Back in business. Okay, right. It's been super hard to sleep since I quit partaking in gardening, as they say. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully we can make it a little bit nicer for you to fall asleep today. Anyway, I got really into that last answer, so I'm going to try and keep these ones a little shorter. And I'm going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to show you my big spiral. Are you down with that? Are you down with that? Finally hypnotized someone thanks to your guide 2 days ago. Oh my god, thank you. Also, somebody mentioned Norma. Can I just say 2 things about Norma, please? While there's so many of you here and I have you all locked inside. Since I have you all locked in the room, and you're all here and you're not going anywhere. Oh yes, I have a captive audience, as they say. Now Norma has a debut coming up. The doors are locked, yes. Don't Don't rattle the chains, you'll just excite me. Don't rattle the chains, you'll just excite me. I'm serious. I'm deadly serious. I love it when you rattle the chains. Honestly, actually, please do. Please do. But anyway, so Norma, my twin sister Paranorma, she's very not cozy, not calm, has a big debut coming up. So if you like VTubers who are cute and not me, because we're not the same person, please go and follow her because she has a big debut coming up, and I'm spending a lot of money for her to have a new model. Yes, it is I am secretly funding her entire thing. I am funding her entire debut. So please, please, please go and check her out. If you don't like her, that's fine. That's fine. I saw some comments the other day that I'm going to discuss real quickly. I made a little calendar. If you were on Twitter, or if you were on the community tab post, you'll notice I made a calendar. There's a meme going around in the VTuber community. There's a meme going around in the VTuber community where you make a calendar, and whoever's month your birthday month is who you are. So I thought, why wouldn't that be great if I did me? But because Norma's debut is coming up, I made October Norma. Little did I know that was going to be so controversial for some of you, because honestly, I was very surprised at some of you being so fucking mean. Yes, I said fucking mean. Not just mean, fucking mean. So calm down. Some of you were a little disappointed that you got Norma. You disappoint me. You disappoint me. Ugh. See, I made a tweet the other day, and I say this, and I do mean this sincerely. I really want Norma to become popular, and the reason I want Norma to become popular is because when she becomes super popular and becomes like the biggest, most famous, like, yeah, fucking famous VTuber out there, I'm gonna ride her coattails to Kingdom Come, and you know it. I am going to make her pay for all of my spirals. I am going to absolutely ride her coattails into the sunset, and you better fucking know I will. People think that she's riding my coattails. Absolutely not. I'm trying to boost her so I can ride her coattails, because she could be more successful than me. I'm just saying. I'm very niche. She's not, so I'm just saying. I'm gonna ride that into the sunset. Yeah. She's going places. I think so. For me, Norma is mindset, and that's valid. Honestly, I really appreciate those of you subjects who are like, hey, that's not my vibe. Don't worry. There are some of the ghosties who are Norma's fans who 100% would see this and go, what the fuck am I watching? So honestly, that's so valid though. That's so fucking valid. But for those of you out here who still ask me, because a lot of you, yes, she can fund HypnoCon New Zealand. Yes, let's talk about that. Let's talk about HypnoShed. She can be the biggest backer in HypnoShed. Secretly, she could be a secret supporter of HypnoShed. We don't need to tell anyone that Norma is going to pay for HypnoShed, but she sure will. I'm going to work her to death. I told you I'm a villain, okay? I am a villain after all. And look, it sounds supportive. I'm going to work her to death. And then I will be the superior sister. This is how I will win the day. I'm so evil. Anyway, so yeah, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh no. But anyway, yeah, so if you like VTubers and you like gaming, then you can go and, Secret vs. Norma, who would win? I always win, but if it was a gaming competition, she would win because I don't game. Canonically, I do not game. Oh, I think this is my tea. It is my tea. Thank you so much. There's no room on this desk. Look at the state that Norma left this shit in. I told her to fucking clean, and she doesn't clean nothing. I keep telling both of you to clean up this. Why am I? What? So sorry, hold on. Why do I have to clean? Because all your mics go everywhere. I'm the boss of this fucking place, though. But you have too many mics. No, but as the boss, I could get someone else to clean. I should dress you up in a maid costume and make you clean. My wife feeling so called out right now. She's like, please? Don't threaten me. Don't threaten me with a good time. You're like threat or promise, or both. Both. Okay, fuck, I would get one. I know how to get one. You know what you signed up for coming in here.
Did I?
No, but that's okay. Thank you. I love you. Too many mics. I don't have too many mics. A Thromus.
6 plugged in right now.
I've only 4 plugged in right now because one of them broke. It made a weird noise live on stream. We had to turn it off. It was the pat mic.
Oh no.
The batteries died, I think.
Okay, everyone's really sad.
Everyone was really sad that the batteries died on the pat mic. I think the batteries died, yeah.
If your pat me instead.
I will have to next time. I'll just put your head here on top of the mic. Oh no, don't. You get hair in my tea. What are you doing?
I just like sneak like over here. No.
You're like pat me. Okay, hold on. Can you guys? I don't want to get like hair in my tea.
Okay.
This is getting there's like no space. I said to them earlier, I wish I could show you guys what's happening here, because honestly, the secret subject is the number of mics Secret has. It's not a secret. I have about 12. Is it 12?
I'm pretty sure it's more than that.
No, it's about 12. It feels like about 12. I think it's about 12. I sold a bunch. I think it's about 12.
Right now it's in 4, 5.
How fugly does the... How fat and ugly does the audio setup here look? It looks disgusting, but also there's Lego everywhere. There's Lego everywhere.
I can see 6 right now.
You can see 6. Are you counting that as 1 or 2? Are you counting this as 1 or 2? Hold on.
So this is 1.
Okay, the 3DO... Hold on. They can't see what you're pointing at. The 3DO counts at 1 mic. This counts as 1 mic because it's 1.
The fluffies.
Okay, the fluffies.
2.
These fluffies. These are 2.
Yeah.
So that's 3 microphones.
So 3. That's 4.
The pat mic is 4. Yeah.
Number 5.
Number 5 is Norma's very expensive
Norman?
SE 4400A.
4400. Then that was
Yep.
the Rode.
The Rode NT1, which again, that's mine and Norma's. We have 1 each. So there's 2 of those.
Try to look at where Norma's.
Oh, it's the Shure SM7B. I'm so embarrassed for her.
5.
Why would she use that microphone?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Stream is peaking right now. You mean peaking as in the audio, or just peaking as in like this is the best ASMR stream you've ever heard? Because people online are very mean to me about my ASMR. So they're very cruel to me. They tell me I do terrible ASMR, and they're right. I do really bad ASMR.
That is 7.
Oh.
And that's not even opening the cupboard.
Well, fuck you. Oh, fuck you then.
If I peek into the...
No, don't open the door. Right. She's out. Goodbye. You're excused. You're excused. You've been excused. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye now. Okay. Yeah. I remember when I was in Prison Project. Okay, this is going to be some Prison Project tea. The people who... When I joined Prison Project, I remember reading this comment online. I've been like, I can't believe they cast her as Lana Shikami. She does the worst ASMR. I really hope she ups her game. So when I saw these comments, I was like, whoa. Whoa now. Whoa, that's terrible. So I decided that when I debuted as Lana Shikami, because as you all know, Norma did the gaming and I did the ASMR and the hypnosis. So when I was doing the ASMR streams for Norma, I decided to basically whisper the entire fucking time. So that was fine. And then they changed their tone. Turns out I'm very persuasive. I'm very persuasive, what can I say? But anyway. Norma has a debut coming up. Please go support it if you like it. If you don't like it, don't bother. Because honestly, that's not good for the algorithm. If you don't like it and you go and dislike all her shit, and if you go and dislike all her shit because you're sad that she's using my voice box instead of me, well, you're not really one of my subjects, are you? Anyway, I sentence them to 30 years feeling they always slightly need to be. That is awful. That's a horrible thing to say. I love it. Keep going. But yeah, I've been working on my ASMR game when it comes to deep ear whispers and stuff. I do think my microphones are better than most people's. I'm not gonna lie. My audio setup is better than yours. Fight me. These microphones aren't even that expensive. You could upgrade your 3DO. You could upgrade your 3DO. You could. You could. You could. You could. But you choose not to. And that's a shame. That's a real shame. But anyway. Right, we've got time for a couple more questions. And then one very quick... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Sorry. Then one quick, very quick hypnosis session. Honestly, phone mics are so valid though. Yeah, so this setup is actually a pair of clippies. That is a question actually. Let me answer that one. I think somebody asked me that. Oh, this is a really nice question. Oh my goodness, I really want to talk about this. Is the community open to transgender, both trans women and trans men content creators, including those whose voices don't pass? Oh, that is so delightful. What an interesting question. In my perfect world, yes. In fact, I love to see trans creators. I love it so much. I love to see trans creators out here in the hypno scene. I think we need more of them. So if you are a trans content creator and you really want to do this, then absolutely yes. If your voice quote unquote doesn't pass, I honestly, okay, this is my perspective on it, and I'm not trans, so I've got no horse in this race, but personally I think a voice can be good regardless of like if you've done training or not. Do voice training if you want to do voice training. Don't do voice training if you don't want to do voice training. Whatever voice you have right now is valid and good. Okay? Your hypno voice does not have to match like the typical, like you don't have to come out here and sound like me. You don't. And it makes me really sad when I hear trans people come to me and say, Secret, I really want to do what you do, but I keep being told my voice is too low or too high or, you know, not right. Well, fuck that. Oh my god, fuck that. You know, not everybody thinks my voice is sexy. That's fine. No one's perfect. So as long as you like your voice enough to be able to do what I do, then yes, do what I do. And yes, trans rights are human rights. So yeah. Also, if you are really concerned about your voice, there are voice trainers out there, not voice trainers, voice modulators out there, which sound quite natural actually. So you could try and do a voice changer, but voice changers don't work really well for ASMR. So if you like ASMR, you know, like just figure out, you know, but if you want to try a voice changer, I know successfully a lot of people do hypnosis with voice changers. It sounds really, really cute and really sexy, especially if you're like into like robot play or drone play or any of those things where you can really like enhance the moment with the voice changer. I've seen it done very successfully. Yeah, so yep, trans rights are human rights, and trans people, like, get in the space. I think you are fucking valid and cool, and yeah. But yeah, absolutely. I think there is space, and I want there to be space. I think there's space for people who make all kinds of content. Actually, something I noticed recently, there was this thing happening, and they were breaking people into like categories of content, like M for M, M for F, F for M, that kind of stuff, you know, like gendering everything. And I think, like, personally, I like that people have their own little niche pockets that suit them, you know? Like I see a lot of like lesbians making lesbian content. That's F for F, and that's sick. I make a lot of F for A content because I like everyone. I'm a bisexual disaster, and I like everyone. So, like, yeah, I don't want to gender my content or any of my audience, because I don't know who's out there, and I like people. So yeah, and there are some people out there who very successfully make F for M content exclusively. That's cool too. That's cool. I think it's so valid when you know, it feels really not that hard just to make 4A. It's really not. I'm very lazy, and if I can do it, then anyone can. But yeah, I think as long as you are okay with your voice and you are comfortable with you know, putting yourself out there. I think that's also the problem with the internet. We need to stop being so harsh to people. I think it's really mean, actually, that people have such opinions on people's content. But like opinions are like, oh, I don't like this voice unless it's not valid at all. Okay, fuck off. Fuck off. I wish I could protect all of the people out there from hate comments, but we all get hate comments. We all get hate comments. Just be prepared, because obviously at the moment the trans thing is very highly contested and it sucks. Fucking sucks, and I hate it so much. And I don't care if that's a political statement. It's not a political statement. It's a human rights thing, you know. So like, yeah, I hate it, and I hate how the internet is going, and I don't like it, and I just let's sigh. But anyway, yeah, I think trans people, hella valid. Make content if you want to make content, and if you get lots of hate comments, don't respond to them. Just delete them, because those fuckers have like it should take zero space in your brain, you know? Yeah, it's so fucking easy to be nice. 5 out of 10 people hate you. It's a fact. It's true. I get hate comments all the time. We all get hate comments all the time. Everyone gets hate comments. It just happens. I've had people like I got one. I think I got one recently that was like somebody threatened. Was it me or was it Norma they threatened? Who got threatened? I got threatened on FetLife. I literally got like a threat on FetLife. I'm not gonna read it out because it's really weird, but it was like, I might just have to K you though if you're from the North Island in New Zealand. Just kidding. Tee hee ha ha. I'm laughing because it's like, it's really like, what? Huh? I'm glad I screenshotted it, because honestly they deleted it afterwards and I was like, what? So like we all get comments, so but just be prepared. Shit happens, and it's not very nice. But anyway. What? Yeah, I can't tell if it's a really bad joke or genuine. Me neither, that's why I screenshotted it. Anyway, yep, so there we go. Yeah, I support you trans creators, and I think I really want to see your content. Send it to me. Send it to me. I love listening to people's files. What the fuck did the North Island do? I don't know what the North Island did. Except be awesome, I guess. Sorry, this is now tea drinking ASMR. Delicious. Num num num. Num num num. Num 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 num. Nom, 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 nom. Next we'll have Cookie Monster hypnotizes you. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm looking through the list and trying to see if I can find one more good question. Okay. There's so many. I just want to say there's so many good questions in here. Oh my god. One of these questions is like about like logistical kink emails, which is really funny. I love that. I love that someone sent me like a logistical kink email. How do I set up a kink email? You set up a kink email and don't put your name on it. That's what you do. Ooh, okay. This is a really, really good question. Okay. This is another kind of person. This stream has really got like 50% educational, and that's gone very personal. So this is the final personal question. How did you get into, what was your introduction to hypnosis? Oh my god. What was my introduction to hypnosis? Well, okay. So basically, I remember the first time I ever heard about hypnosis. I think I was like 10, and I remember distinctly I was watching this TV show called, was it called like The Magicians? Okay, does anyone remember the TV show that used to be on back in like the 90s/2000s? I think it was like early 2000s. And the show was like a magician. The Magician's Code. It might have been. Is it the one where the magician does a magic trick and then tells everybody how it's done? If that is correct, he wore a mask. Yes! Holy shit. Wait, so I just went, it's from 2000s, it's about a magician, and you immediately knew what it was? Damn, okay. Alright, mind readers. Thanks. Maybe I've just brainwashed you to know the answers to all my questions. I'm going with that one. I'm that good at brainwashing. My brainwashing is too good. It worked too much. Anyway, yeah, the Masked Magician stuff, that was great. Yeah, so anyway, I remember watching that, and I think that it's episode 2. Is it? Is it the one? I remember there was one trick where he had to hypnotize his assistant, and I distinctly remember being 10 years old, and I looked at the TV, and I had this feeling of like a pit in my stomach. You know when you're like really scared of something, and you look at it, and you go, huh? What? And you're like really scared of it? That was me when I was 10 years old, looking at this TV screen going, uh-oh. Darren Brown freaked me out. I used to watch like the Darren Brown shit, and that used to scare the pants off of me. Terrified me. I was terrified of hypnosis. I was terrified of Mind Freak. Oh my god. Chris Angel freaked me out. Peter Powers. Oh, they all freaked me out. Oof, he still does though. Peter Powers is gross. Out of all of them, Darren Brown is kind of gross. Peter Powers is way gross. I bet he's like really bad at consent. He just gives me really bad at consent vibes. And that is my professional opinion on Peter Powers. He can like cancel me now. He's gonna email me and be like, defamation lawsuit. Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? You just give me a vibe. He actually hypnotized a friend of mine. They came to my town and hypnotized a friend of mine who just turned 18, and it was super gross. But anyway, we'll not go into that. That was awful. I remember hearing about this, and at this point I was also 18, so I knew about hypnosis. So I was scared of hypnosis. I was really scared of hypnosis my entire life until I was about 18, we'll say. And when I was 18, one summer, I was having a really miserable time at high school, and I was like, yeah, he did fine. He's doing well now. The guy, my friend, who's a guy, by the way, doing great now. You know, guys need consent too. So anyway, I was terrified about it, and so one summer, I was having a really bad summer, and I was kind of bored. So I was like, what do I do? And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna learn about hypnosis, because even though I was scared of hypnosis, it was one of those fears that I always had that was like, you know those fears that you have? You know those fears that you have when you're like, I'm so scared of this, but I'm mildly curious? That was me with hypnosis. I was so scared of it that I was constantly seeking it out. So like all of the scenes in Power Rangers when they hypnotized people, any hypnosis like in a TV show, I'd always like watch it and be like, what? This is so creepy. They're gonna take my mind over. When I was a child, I was constantly role-playing the princess who got kidnapped and brainwashed in a tower. And I didn't know at this point that hypnosis was gonna become my thing, but here we were. So, anyway, so I was 18 and I was like, I'm gonna try this. And I tried it for the first time, and oh my god, it was terrible. It was actually terrible. It didn't work on me. It just flat out, like, I woke up and I was like, the fuck was that? I didn't even feel relaxed. All I was doing was listening to this shitty free Wendy Friesen vial. And Wendy Friesen, if you know, you know. That's a name that some of you are gonna go, what the fuck? What? Her stuff was free at the time. She had like a free Can You Be Hypnotized quiz that ended with an audio file. And it was like the most wholesome safe work thing I could get my hands on. I was like, I'm going to try this one. And so I tried it and I was like, this sucks. And then I remember very distinctly sitting in the computer room of my parents' house on the family computer. On the family computer. So the computer room in my house didn't have a door. It was just a cubby. Like, it was like a cubby room. Like, it wasn't even a full room. So it had no door. And I used to be up until 4 a.m. in the morning, desperately trying to be hypnotized. Like, no, I'm gonna be hypnotized. And so I would sit in front of the computer and on the family computer, and I would have to delete all the history afterwards. I would like go through my browser, my Internet Explorer, and delete the history because I was so embarrassed about this like obsession with hypnosis that I was developing. And my nan had a hypnosis book that I stole from her house and hid under my bed. And one time I was hanging out with my friend and she was like, I've always wanted to be hypnotized. And I was like, well, funny you say that. I've got this book. And we tried to hypnotize each other and it didn't work. And we were both like, what are we doing wrong? Turns out we're doing everything wrong. So I used to watch this YouTube channel called Jay Inspire, and that was like my entry into hypnosis because the Jay Inspire videos was the first time. And if any of you know Jay Inspire, you know, it's good shit. It was good shit. I don't think it's out there anymore though. Anyway, so I used to try. And the cool thing about Jay Inspire's work is it had hypnotic convincers built into it. So they would do like in one hand you're holding a bucket and the bucket is full of rocks, and I add another rock and another rock and another rock, and that hand gets heavier and heavier and heavier, and the other hand is holding up a bunch of helium balloons, and that hand gets lighter and lighter. And so because it was like really physical, I was like and I remember the first time I did a hypnosis session by that person and it worked, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. So anyway, the most awkward part was like I'd be up until 4 a.m. and my dad works night shifts, and he would come in from his night shift at like 5 a.m. and he'd be like, Secret, what are you doing? And I'd be like, what? Behind me I'd slam the lid of the computer with a giant spiral on it and be like, nothing, I'm doing nothing, I was just watching the new Lady Gaga video. What do you mean a big spiral? I didn't see any big spiral, did you? Because family computer. So anyway, so a few times it happened. The funniest thing is my family only found out I do hypnosis in 2019. By that point I was like 2019, I was nearly 10 years into this shit. Because I started doing hypnosis in 2011 officially. So anyway, 2011 was a great year for me. I learned a lot. I met lots of internet friends. I've got a cute trance face, so I made lots of friends very quickly in the online hypnosis scene when I was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna commit to this, I'm gonna like... And as a fresh 18-year-old with ADHD, it was not a good idea to jump on IRC chats and talk to a bunch of 20-somethings about my interest in hypnosis. And that's also when my interest turned into kink, because I didn't realize that this was a kink. And I learned a lot that summer. It was very interesting. And I started off as a submissive in the scene online, and I've done a lot more hypnosis online than I have in person. That's like my claim to fame, which is kind of fun. But yeah, no, so that is, yeah. IC chats were truly an irreplaceable vibe. They were a vibe, they were a mood, they were a shit show. I remember some weekends I couldn't find any friends, and so, or like, wait, that's why you were the secret subject. Yes, exactly, because I was the subject and it was a secret. But it didn't stay a secret very long. Because eventually I started posting pictures of my face on the internet. And everybody knew what I looked like. And when I used to go to hypnocons, everyone knows what I look like. So I would turn up to the hypnocon and everyone would be like, oh shit, secret's here. And I'd be like, damn it, why'd I do that? And then I became a VTuber. So now it's a lot nicer because I've got a bit more mystery and allure about me, which is nice. Because this is my face now. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, so there we go. I used to get hypnotized by something called Seducing Spiral, which was basically an AI. It was like an early AI trance robot. I was that girl. It's funny because if you talk to certain people, they'll be like, wow, it's so sad to see the people who used to get hypnotized by Seducing Spiral. Me sitting here going, yes, I don't know any losers who would do that, huh? Little do they know, I am that loser. I am that loser who would absolutely fall for the AI chatbot hypnotizing people in the chat. It was so funny. It was so funny. But yeah, so there we go. So that's kind of my intro to hypnosis. Way back from my fear of hypnosis into that. And then in 2016, I started Is this alright? I don't know. I've not gone there in a long time. So I then in 2016 started posting. So I had this ex that I was dating back in 2016, and we've been dating for a while, and I remember their whole thing was trying to get me into like exhibitionism, but that exhibitionism kind of backfired a little bit because I tripped and fell and became a content creator. Whoopsies. They're bad. Whoops. Oh no. They wanted me to be like all exhibition-y in like a smexy kind of way, you know, like a ooh. And meanwhile I started posting pictures of my face on Tumblr instead. The thing is, I've never been somebody to take like, ooh, those kind of boudoir pics, not for me. However, I remember I would post like pictures of my trans face on Tumblr, and that's kind of where that started. And yeah, that was also wild because it was just like, yeah. I started doing that, and from there I started making GIFs of my eyes, and people were like, oh, your eyes are so hot. I was like, oh, hello. That was quite fun. And then from there I started transing people, because at one point the partner I was with was like, I want you to switch, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to switch, and they're like, you should try it. All right, whatever. So I tried it and I quite liked it, and I was like, okay, switching is fun. So I started making little voice recordings, and I started making like, you know, little like hypnotist kind of plays on the internet, and doing live streams like this, but like live streams like this to a very small scale. I still remember way back in 2016, 2017 when I would live stream to 10 people. At this exact time, I'd be like literally sitting on my laptop on the floor at my mum's house. I still remember like sitting on the floor at my mum's house on a laptop talking about hypnosis to like 10 people. Boy, has time flown, huh? So yeah, it's really interesting to see how things have shifted since then. From like having a fear of hypnosis to like doing all this shit. And since then, well, I've done some pretty amazing things, I think. Yeah, and so I started recording stuff. People started supporting me to do this. I found out like, so the funniest thing is, I also then like, me starting to make content led to me being in content creator drama, which led to me getting invited to my first ever Hypnocon to present at a Hypnocon, which I was like, wow, this is crazy. Because little did I know that way back in the day that like some of the people who were running Hypnocons were huge fans of my content. When I had like, I remember I had like probably 30 patrons at this point on my Patreon, and one of them was like a really high level con member of one of the Hypnocons, and I remember being like, what? That's crazy. Like, how do they know who I am? That's so nuts. And it led to me being introduced to Wise Guy, who was like a fucking... And the funniest thing was, Wise Guy emailed me back in 2018, and I still remember to this day getting that email, and I had no idea who the fuck he was. And like most people these days, if you say the name Wise Guy, they're like, oh shit, really? But back then, I was so green at this shit. I had no idea who any of these people were. I was a huge Tumblr fan, and I really loved Tumblr, but because his name on Tumblr was Hypno Obi-Wan, I didn't put two and two together. So when he emailed me, I remember being like, who the fuck is this guy? And I felt so bad afterwards, because I was like, oh shit, that was Wise Guy. Oh no, I've embarrassed myself. Oh no. A lot of moments like that happened back in the day. Yeah, so it all came from that. So all came from that. I'm so fortunate to have had this amazing, crazy. I still love the fact that Hypno Obi-Wan was his Tumblr page. Legend. He's a legend. He's an absolute fucking icon. I'm so blessed to have live streamed with his chair. If you were there, you know. If you weren't there, I'm sorry you missed the best live stream of my entire life. Me sitting there fully cinched in a steel bone corset, Wise Guy's chair, sitting there, One time he put his leg in the shot and we went, oh, leg reveal. It was very cool. No, it was fun. But yeah, it's led to me doing some amazing stuff and hypnotizing the shit out of most of you. Yeah. So it's really funny sometimes how things just happen, and sometimes I think it's funny because a lot of the time back in the day before I started my channel here, I tried to be a content creator, and I tried many different things. I tried, you know, the usual routes of content creation. And every single time I made a channel, it would always fail, and I was always like, why? And then the second I started making hypnosis videos, it was like the thing, right? So yeah, I don't know, I've just been, it was like right place, right time, right voice, I guess. And yeah, to this day I still love doing it. So obviously I don't do it as often as I used to, and I would like to, but you know, I've also got to pace myself because my voice isn't what it used to be. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Anyway, now I can show my big spiral. Since this is an ASMR hypnosis stream after all. You found your niche? Yeah, I did. I really did find my niche. Do you have writers for your scripts or where someone could submit? Yes, you can email me at keepittrancey@gmail.com. I do read all my emails, even the simpy ones. Please don't send me any more simpy ones. They're really simpy. Let me get the sign. That's the end of the questions then for today. There's still like more questions. There were so many questions. There was so many questions. Oh my god, there were so many questions. Okay. Yay! There's the sign. This is hypnosis. Whoops. Oh dear. I'm just gonna like play with these. More streams and more. Maybe if you want to see more streams like this, please let me know in the comments down below. We can do that here because we're on youtube.com, right? We're not on Twitch where they hide all that shit. Yep. Oh no, I can't believe this. I accidentally become hypnosis somehow. What could possibly happen? Whoops, oh no. Do not disturb time, yes. So, does anybody have any requests? You can throw them in chat if you have any ideas of what I should use to hypnotize you today. I've got some options for you if you'd like a smorgasbord of ideas. One is, I have this very threatening looking hand snap. Hand snap? Finger snap. Oh, let me get the timing right, hold on. If I can nail that timing, we'd be good. Hear me out, the best thing you can do with ASMR setup is a heartbeat induction. No, because then I might accidentally reveal like my health. Health be bad. Why does it look like when I lean over here I'm like deep throating the mic? That's so terrible. Yikes. Okay. I have this. Pendant. It's very nice. I could speed it up if you like it fast. Oh no, wrong one. Hold on. There. I do love this a lot, actually. I really do. It's nice. So I have that. Slow is good. I can do slow. I have these for the OG fans. Sorry, this is like, it's so funny having these glowing eyes because like honestly, the facial expression I did with this back on the Tumblr days was like it's kind of creepy, to be honest. I love it. I love how creepy it is. Iconic. I have these. My spiral eyes. I still got it. I love mugging to the camera, can you tell? Okay. So we have that. Uh-oh, I think the snaps already got me. Well, wake up. Silly. Wake the fuck up. Get up, I haven't even done anything yet. Give me time to actually do something. Jeez. Let me turn this up a little bit. just turn this up just a little bit more. There we go. Jeez. Let me do something first, you know. Oh, maybe that's a bit loud. Dear me, dear me. Okay. So there we go. Snapping and saying off might be a good bad combo. Ooh, you want me to turn your brain off? I could do that. I'm going to turn the music off to start with because that's important. You're going to hear weird chair sounds, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm just going to get my self in position. Oh yeah. Now, before I do that though, I'm going to show you my big spiral. I fixed it. I fixed the spiral. I found out what was wrong with the spiral last time. It was Paranormal's theme tune. This used to play Paranormal's theme tune really loudly, but I figured it out, and I've turned it off. Look, we're in our own spirally little vortex. Ooh, don't you love a spirally little vortex? I can slow it down too. Because sometimes... Oh, that's too slow. No. We'll go to like 85. There you go. Told you it's a big spiral. Yeah, it was Norma's theme tune. Silly. I don't know why she's doing that. Bimbification? Oh, we can't do bimbification right now. I can't make you silly and stupid for me now. I'd love to, but I can't now. Not now. Big spirals are hard to resist. I'll tell you what else is hard to resist. Okay, subjects. Subjects. I'm gonna ask you a question, and you're allowed to respond. I'm nice like that. How do we feel? Because this is a consent portion. It's very important to do this. How do you feel about the idea that big spirals are in fact very hard to resist? And maybe we could fractionate you with the idea that resistance is so fun though, because the thing, okay, this is going to become an induction if I continue to explain myself more, but you see where I'm going with this? Yeah, you see the vibe? You see the vibe? Okay, if you at any point during this hypnosis need to go do something, that's a lot of people saying yes, holy shit, hot. Okay, so if at any point you need to go, that's totally valid, totally fine, you can leave. You'll wake up easily and effortlessly and just be able to do your own thing. There's a sign on the screen if anyone else comes in, so they'll know it's that time. It's that fucking time. And you know in the timestamps that this is the time. So let's do some resistance fractionation with a spiral. Now, this is a complete freestyle, so if I do silly things, well, we'll see what happens. I'm going to put this in front of the chat because I can't see the sign. Hold on, let me put a border on the sign real quick. Let me put a border on the sign. Actually, let me put a background on the sign. Cool. There, now we can see. It looks like a meme now because it says this is hypnosis. Whoops. I'll make it a bit smaller, you know, so as not to distract. Okay, I've got my ASMR microphone. I've got everything I need. Oh, I'm right here as a subject, but as a study. Interesting. Here to study my technique. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure. The thing is, it's very interesting when I do a live hypnosis session because when I have my this is like not hypnosis quite yet. This is just an aside, but when I took my small break, I remember there was a time that I was like convinced myself that I couldn't do hypnosis anymore because I was like, I'm so out of practice. I was like, I'm so out of practice that like this is like I don't know if I can do this anymore. And it's really interesting to know that the time that I came back from my hiatus and I did my first audio, I was like, wow, that's amazing. That's so amazing that people still like this and I still do got it. So every time I do one of these live sessions, it's a bit like jumping off a cliff. I'm not gonna lie, because there's so many of you and you all have different brains and different tastes, and I just want to say that, and yes, I'm priming you. You got it, you're right. But I just want to say before I start anything that Whatever happens right now, just go with it. Just go with your feelings, whether or not those feelings are relaxed or alert, whether those feelings are focused intently or just focused a lot. Either way, just find yourself going along with everything that we do, okay? Just play along, if you will. And maybe the playing along will, lead to something else. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Who knows? But all you need to know is that right now you're here to be hypnotized. And to be hypnotized is very simple indeed. All you have to do is focus on me. And right now I'm stood in front of something very hypnotic. You see, I have a small weakness for visual aids. I love pocket watches. I love spirals. I love big black and white vortexes. I love spiral eyes. I love all of them. Okay. And you know what? Do you know what? Do you know why these visual aids are so effective for people? Especially new people. You know, when someone's new to hypnosis, the first thing they'll say to me is, "Secret, are you going to show me your pocket watch? Are you going to show me your big spiral?" And I'll usually say, "Do you want me to?" The thing is, with these objects of hypnosis, they are tropes, cliches, they're camp, they're so well known by everybody. Whether you're a hypno-gangster or if you're vanilla, it doesn't really matter. Either way, you know that when these things come out, that's a signal, a sign that hypnosis just might take effect. Or not. I mean, I don't know, it can go either way. You're right, it can go either way. It could be relaxing and soothing and calming to stare deeply at a spiral. And you could imagine yourself sitting in front of a spiral right now. I mean, you are, aren't you? Staring deeply into a spiral. And I'm in the center of it. You can stare deeply at me. I know I'm very distracting, but maybe just try and focus and fixate on the spiral, on me, or my spiral eyes. Doesn't really matter. There's so many layers. Maybe you'll listen to the voice in your head, my voice in your head, whispering gently, soothing and calming you. Maybe not. Who knows? And you just notice the spiral doesn't loop properly. That's amazing, because that's even better. Because when you notice each tick and tick and tick of the loop, that just out of sync spiral, just out of sync, it almost like resets your mind, you know? It brings you back to focusing and fixating on my spiral eyes, me in front of the spiral's going around and around and around. It's like a little reset. It's easy. And maybe you give up altogether. Maybe you're so easily hypnotized that your eyes are already closed, because the second you saw my big spiral, you saw my spiral eyes, you heard my voice doing this, the delicate sounds dancing through your mind, you knew it was time to sink, time to slip, time to let everything else go for a second and just relax. Or not. Some of you will be deeply relaxed, your body feeling heavy, so sleepy, so drowsy. Some of you, your body might be feeling light and airy, like it's floating through a cloud, through space. Like you're as light and as delicate as a feather drifting through the air. Or maybe not. Maybe you just are staring at a spiral, but you're so engrossed in that spiral. It's so interesting to listen to what I'm saying to you. It's so interesting to focus and fixate on the spiral, isn't it? Open your eyes. Do it. Look at the spiral. Yes, right there. Just like that. Are you awake? Are you asleep? Does it matter? No. Either way, you're staring at a spiral right now. And that's good. That's very good. That's right. You're staring at a spiral. And we all know what spirals mean. We all know what they signify and symbolize. Your mind slipping away, piece by piece by piece, as you let the focus and the fixation take a hold of you. It's interesting, isn't it, how sometimes we can be so engrossed in something that we don't realize something else is happening in the back of our mind. Your subconscious mind does so many things without you realizing. Maybe it's doing this right now. Who knows? But maybe the second you bring anything that your subconscious mind is doing into focus, you just start to fix it on that instead. But then you remember the spiral. My spiral, your spiral, big spiral, small spiral, doesn't matter. All you need to do is focus and fixate, and maybe for a second you close your eyes. Just try. Close your eyes. Relax them for a moment. Just have a gentle reprieve. That's right, from staring at the spiral. I know the spiral is so nice and so pretty. So hypnotic. Have you ever seen a movie where someone's been hypnotized and they look at a spiral and they just can't help themselves? Their eyes go blank and empty. They have that really delightful, relaxed look on their face. Could you imagine right now what that would look like if it happened to you? What that might feel like if it happened to you? What that might sound like? To listen to the sounds of you being hypnotized. Your breath, so deep, so relaxed. As you breathe deeply in and down. That's right, that's right, that's right. It's so easy, so simple to be hypnotized after all. It's not hard at all. It's as easy as opening your eyes and looking at a big spiral. See? Right now. And why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you practice your best hypnotically entranced face? You could imagine it, can't you? That wide, glassy stare, the blank, relaxed mouth, just giving everything to the spiral in that moment. Which one? My eyes? The big spiral behind me? The one that's ticking along, and every time it just ticks, every time it loops, it's just not quite right, so it almost like brings you back again and again and again. It's so delightful. So play along with me. Pretend that you're stuck. Just a character in my movie. A movie about you being hypnotized. And it feels so good, doesn't it? To just imagine what that might feel like if I really was hypnotizing you. Deeply. Effortlessly. As you felt the dissociation take hold, because you start to think, how long has it been? Minutes? Hours? Days? Who knows? How many times has the spiral spun? Has it looped around and around and around? Were you counting? Were you keeping track? Yes, no, maybe? Does it matter anyway? No. All that matters is you being here right now, slipping deeper and deeper and deeper into the spiral. Close your eyes. That's right, close those eyes now. Let them slip down. And as you follow my instructions, you find yourself feeling so good, so peaceful, so wonderful, so hypnotized. Because this is hypnosis after all. That focus, that sense of that dissociation. You following every single word that I say. You hanging on every single one of my delicately placed words as they wrap around your mind. Every single time. And as we fractionate you, as you open your eyes and look back at the spiral, you find yourself becoming a little bit more alert, a little bit more awake. But are you really? See, all it takes is just a reminder. Spiral. It's right here. It's been here the whole time. It's been here the whole time, looping around and around and around in the back of your mind. It doesn't matter if your eyes are open or your eyes are closed. The spiral is still here. Close your eyes. Watch the spiral in the back of your mind. Watch it. Maybe it has a little tick like it does right now. Maybe you feel the sensation of the spiral. Maybe you hear the sound of my voice hypnotizing you, reminding you of the spiral. Spiraling, circling, so entrancing. Maybe you see the gentle picture of my eyes sitting right in front of your face as I sit here right in front of you, whispering directly into your mind, placing my words right into the center of your head, right where they need to be. Open your eyes, look at the spiral. That's right. And it's funny because every single time we loop this little circle, you start to forget a little bit more about how many times have we done this. Does it really matter? No, of course not. All that matters is you're having a wonderful time. And you're so very good for me. Yes, you are. Not yes for me, because you are so very good. Becoming so deeply hypnotized. And it feels so good, doesn't it, to go around and around and around like this? Yes. Close those eyes. Sink it down. Down. Down into this place. This gentle place of deep, deep sleep. Deep sleep. That's right. That's right. That's right. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and when I get to the number 3, you can be wide awake, alert, refreshed, and energized. No longer fixating on my spiral, no longer looking at my spiral, no longer affected by any of the suggestions that you've encountered here today. Coming up on the count of 3 with 1, that's right. Energy starting to flood your body with 2 and 3, wide awake. And for those of you who thought, oh, Secret, that was so mean, waking me up so quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wide awake. There we go. Okay, hi. Oh, where'd it go? I made it disappear. That's so cool. That's very cool. And you're no longer affected by my spiral. And any spirals you see today will no longer affect you that deeply unless you want it to. Okay? So if I showed you my spiral now and you really want to go, you'd be fine. You'd be fine. You can do that. However, what happened? I don't know. What did happen? And if you get amnesia from that, awesome. That's great. I love amnesia play. 11 out of 10. Thank you. That was so intense. Oh my god. I'm always worried about it being too intense for people, so I don't like to do anything too intense on the live streams. But, using the slight tick of the imperfect living spiral was really good. Thank you. The second I saw one of you type in the chat, it's imperfect, I was like, you want to bet? Okay. Is it imperfect? Interesting. Let's see how we go. I take it as a challenge. I like a good challenge. I do. Halfway through, I start focusing on the pins, but oh yeah, I forgot that they move. Hold on. Oh. The spirals in my hair also move. I cannot believe you had a trap card waiting to I don't know if it feels like all that good. You should. I hope it made you blush. You're welcome. You've activated my trap card. I always have a trap card ready to go. Always. I always come prepared. The thing is, I think that the greatest skill that I have is my wife is autistic. So she's always been like, oh, hello. She's always been like, Secret, that didn't work, or she'll laugh herself out of trance and be like, that didn't work because of this, and this, and she'll give me like a list of reasons why that didn't work. So I've gotten very, very good at being like, oh really? But what about this? And so that's one of my greatest skills, is being able to be like, oh really? It's not a perfect spiral? Don't worry about it. Because it just fractionates you deeper. Oh, boom. Yeah, gotcha. Fucking gotcha. Yeah. Anyway, surprised you do this again. Why are you surprised I do this again? I did announce this on my like stuff. I talked about it in the Discord server. I tweeted about it several times. I posted posts about it here on YouTube. It's not news. It's not news. I forgot I nodded. Was that good though? I love it when I tell people to like nod their head for me, because it's such a simple command that just makes you feel so hypnotized. Sorry, I'm taking advantage of the fact that you have stereo audio. Yes, you have stereo audio. It's a binaural microphone setup. These microphones here are only $100. So when do we get to stop nodding? Lappy, stop nodding. Good. These microphones are only $100 dues, and I will show you where to get some, because honestly, these are the best purchase I've ever had. This $5,000 microphone that I'm using down here, this is my $5,000 mic. These are so much better. So much better. So much better. I don't know if it got me this time, but it definitely got me during the first live stream. Yeah, that's okay. The thing is, they're both very different techniques. Sometimes the more relaxation, the slow and the steady kind of stuff works really well. Sometimes when you know what you're looking for, it'll get you better in a different, you know, like different brains, different things, right? Yeah, so you should play around with it though. What I would encourage anyone to do is, if you are curious about how hypnosis works for you, play around and see, because it's nice. It's fun. And hey, maybe like me, you'll just do a science on yourself. And when you do that much science on yourself, you start to learn what you like and what you don't like, and what feels good and what feels good for you. If that makes sense. Yeah, and if you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord server. We have a question section there. I'm happy to answer any questions. If you want more streams like this one where I just sit here and gush about my career, and it's like mostly gushing about my career, and also answer questions, yeah. That's right. Do you like it when I say that word? That's right. Honestly, I need to be careful with that's right you too many times though, because that's right is almost a trigger in itself. Telna, thank you so much for the super chat. Villain, also you offered good girls on demand earlier. Yes please. Okay, I'll give you a good girl. Thank you for the super chat. I do these, so if you do want your own custom thing, then yes. Dangerous, they are very dangerous. As people keep saying, apparently that's right is like my thing. Is it my thing? Anyway, Telna. Hold on, where's my face? Hold on, here's my face. I'm like hiding behind a pole. Telna, you are such a good girl. Such a very, very good girl. That's right. You're such a good girl. Such a good girl. I hope that was worth the super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you, regardless of whether you super chat or not. You being here, it helps the channel greatly. And honestly, the fact that so many of you come to these live streams, when I know for most of you it's a ungodly time of night. Yes. Anyway, it is getting very late, so I'll need one too, thanks. Oh my god. If you want one, you know how to get one. I'm still doing super chats for those. I think it's the best money we can buy these days, huh? Like, good girls are like, even when you're a boy, it's the tone, right? I've been told I have a magical tone. Especially when I say things like, that's right. Who's a good little submissive? It's you. Oh, whoa, who's a good little submissive? It must be you, good little subby wubby. Is it cringe? Is it cringe? Good, I hope. Oh, the Hypnosis Q, thank you so much for the super chat. And Genji, thank you so much for the super chat. Earlier you mentioned physical sensations. Oh my god, the J Blue Sky, thank you for the super chat. Good boy is on the menu. Yes, hold on, let me do one at a time. Earlier you mentioned the physical sensation for how to determine if you're hypnotized. What mental sensations? I like to give perspectives. When I'm being hypnotized, my mental sensation is literally like I'm so focused on something that I literally could not focus on anything else, and that is so fun. But that's my personal thing. How about you, subjects in the chat? Please share with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Genji, I had to step out. Did you get my question? It was submitted on the form by Always Comfy Cat. I know it was a little late. I'm so sorry. I don't think I got to your question. However, I am going to do more of these. And also, you can always ask me a question on Discord, or you can ask me a question on Tumblr. I love answering Tumblr questions. I'm not going to promise you I get to all of them, but if they're not very simpy, I will 100% get to them. If they're too simpy, I just ignore them because, you know, don't freak me out, okay? I'm a person. Please don't freak me out. I might look like an anime woman, and I am an anime woman, but please don't freak me out. I scare easily. Right. J Blue Sky. You want a good boy? Okay, we'll do it. And then thank you so much to Panzer Smash. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Okay, Jay. Hey, J Blue Sky. You are such a good boy. Such a very, very good boy. Such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So many good boys in the chat today. And good girls. Ooh. Okay, no parasocial. Yeah, no parasocial. I'm married. I got a wife and everything. I live inside your brain. That's it. That's where I stay. Okay. Panzer Smash. You are such a good girl. Such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are a good girl. Such a good girl. There you go. Such a good girl. Such a very, 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 very good girl. Oh my goodness. 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 Oh, it reminds me of the person who got kicked off when he found out Secret was married. What? Oh yeah. People, even today, people find it very, I find it really funny seeing people's reactions to me being married to a woman. You know, they're like, wow, she's gay? And yeah. And they're like, wow, she's married? Oh, Light Bites. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat, Light Bites. Can I get a good girl, Dawn, please? I used to watch like a lot on Twitch, Dawnfire, Dawn Rose. Oh my goodness. Hello. I do remember you. Thank you. Oh my god, I think you sent the same super chat twice. Be careful. Be careful. Oh my goodness. But thank you. Okay, I can absolutely. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no. How do I YouTube? How do I fix? I'll give you double, okay? Alright, Dawn. You are such a good girl, Dawn. Yes, you are. Such a good girl. Dawn. You are a very, very good girl, Dawn. Yes. Such a good girl. Such a good girl for finding me on Twitch back in the day and now again here. Wow, you've stuck around. I'm very impressed. I'm impressed that you're this patient to wait around for all this time for that, huh? I need a stretcher. Oh yeah, okay. There'll be there's an ambulance out back. I can just cut you off. That's for people who passed out. When I glanced in their general direction. This is how I feel when I go to parties, you know. I look across the room at someone like, oh hey. And honestly, you gotta get like a bed ready, like on the floor, because they're just gonna faint. You're doing God's work. Yeah, doing the Lord's work out here. Call the ambulance. Alright, taxi. Time to go home. Time to wrap this shit up, huh? Anyway, thank you all for being here, my subjects. I'm glad we finally decided that you are in fact secret subjects. It's so stupid, but I love it. And I hope you love it too. But yeah, feel free to clip that moment too, and then it can live rent-free in your head. And also, holy shit, the Hypnotist Q, thank you so much for the super. What the fuck? That's an insane super chat. Thank you. This one is just for being such an awesome creator regardless of normal or secret. Wait, we're different people. Anyway, I've been a test for 10 years and you've helped a great deal over the years I've learned. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you so much, the Hypnotist Q. I am so thankful that I can do this. Honestly, thank you. Thank you. It's because of people like you that I can still do this. So I really, really, really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Genji. It was, what are your tips for relaxing, clearing your head for hypnosis? Yes. Okay. Lie down. Set the mood. Don't put candles on. Just like set the mood. Wear comfy clothes. Put on like a blindfold or turn the lights off. You know, romance yourself before you do your files. I do, and it helps a lot. All right. Raven Ned. Thank you so much for the super chat. My only response to you being married is, she's a lucky woman. Everyone has the right to be happy. That is so sweet. And thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate so many of you being so kind. I honestly only get the occasional person who's an asshole about my wife. And honestly, it's so rare. It's crazy. But anyway, Jay, thank you for the super. What is happening? Why are you all super chatting now? Do you not want me to leave? Are you trying to hold me? Are you holding me hostage? Is this what I get for like holding you hostage earlier and telling you about Norman's debut? Oh my god, this is gonna happen again. This used to happen every Twitch stream. You'd hold me hostage and I couldn't leave. Oh no. Jay, thank you so much. Oh, the Wizard Muse, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Okay, hold on, I need to read this comment. I'm Jay Rodmas on Twitch and Discord way back when. I missed your streams very much, especially requesting Good Boys. This isn't another request. I just wanted you to know. Wow, too bad, you can't get it. Jay, you're still a very good boy. Thank you so much. And I do remember you. Funnily enough, I have a strange like memory for people who used to come frequent my chat. Even though back in the day there were like hundreds of you. Trust me, I remember you. Like, my memory is shit, but like my memory for people around here is always good. The only correct response to Celia is, how is her sneezes so loud? Her sneezes are so loud because she just has the power of the powerful sneeze. Anyway, oh my god, let me just quickly gush over the Wizard Muse. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Remember, if you get a membership, to say thank you, because what the fuck, that's crazy. Thank you. The Hypnotist Q, thank you so much for becoming a secret supporter and becoming a member. Thank you. Also, if you'd like me to do membership streams, can you please comment below and say if you'd like me to do membership streams? I'm actually considering doing one bonus membership stream, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm happy to see how wholesome your community is, secret. You guys are very cute. Oh my god, Gabor, thank you so much, Gabor, for the super chat. What is happening? Greetings from Serbia. Hello, hello. I love Serbia. I've never been, but it sounds really, it really sounds cool. I watch a lot of Eurovision. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, I can't do hypnotic amnesia that strong. I'm really sorry that happened to you. But thank you so much for the super chat. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Mr. Headcase, first stream, loved it. Thank you so much, Mr. Headcase, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. The Hypnotist Q, thank you for 20 gifted. What the fuck is happening? Holy shit. Holy shit, thank you. Thank you. God, this is just like me repeating thank yous to everybody. Like 5 hours. If you timestamp this, be like 5 hours of secret saying thank you while she's being held hostage by her own chat. Is it Christmas? No, it feels like it though. What the fuck? Y'all are too good to me. Jesus Christ. What? I lie. I keep telling my friends I don't make any money from streaming. You've proven me. You're making me into a liar. Okay, subjects. You're making me into a fucking liar. But thank you. Thank you. Congrats, you're getting the VTuber welcome. Worst phrase to be held hostage. That is true. That is very true. That is very true. But yes. I hope you enjoyed today's little live stream. I think I'll be back next week. Okay, so when it comes to my schedule is going to be a little fucky-wucky till the end of the month. Okay, so... Oh no, they're holding me hostage for everything. I feel like I'm at the club. I'm like on the pole. And I'm like, yeah. My shift's done, everyone. I need to leave. And they're like, no, stay with me. Throws dollar coins on the floor. You're like, damn it, guys. I'm like scrambling to pick them all up. Like, no, please. Secret on a pole? Honestly, I'm not graceful enough to pole dance, but if I ever was, oh my god, I'd kill it. You know I'd kill it. You know I got great rhythm. I got great rhythm. Also, how hypnotic would that be? Me sliding around a pole. Oh, actually, I'm gonna start doing the hypnotic pole induction. Yes. If there are any artists out there, please make that happen. If you want to, feel free. Send it to me. I may or may not use it in content. Oh my god, someone should make art of that. They really should. They really should. They really should. But yeah, thank you to the timestampers who have to suffer through this entire live stream. I am going to be live streaming next week, but the week after is Norma's big debut. So during Norma's big debut week, I am not going to be streaming. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. That'll belly dancing is hot. I think I would do great at belly dancing. I got a tummy too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the super chat, Gabor. We're still open to record an interview with you. Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you. Feel free to email me about that and I'll have a look at it. Thank you. No more hogging all the bandwidth. Look, she's got a big debut to go. You know, and like I said, I need her to become a very famous VTuber so I can ride her coattails into the sun. Yeah. I'm going to be on a beach sipping Mai Tais on Norma's dime after she becomes the next great VTuber. I'm just saying. So, if she's successful, honestly, this is my plan the whole time. And I don't gotta brainwash anyone in that. It's fun. I don't even have to put effort in for that one. Yes, this is so real. Yes, I'm sick of being the sugar mother. I, in fact, am going to retire as sugar mama and just ride the coattails into the sun. Yeah, sounds good. It means I can basically just hang around the castle. It'd be so fun. Imagine. Oh my god. I'm gonna get an arcade machine and watch her game because I don't game. I'm gonna buy an arcade machine of a game she hates. Yeah. Oh, that sounds fun. Anyway, until next time. I keep dragging this on, so until next time. Don't forget. Because of the gift membership, can I be giving a good boy? You know what? I'm gonna give you all a good boy. Good girl. And a very, very good submissive. All of you are such good subjects. You know that? You're a very good subject. You guys have such pokey brains and I love it. And you can quote me on that shit. Anyway, until next time, don't forget to keep it trancy and I will see you later. Goodbye.